All right, I think we are live. Yes, we are. How is it going, y'all? We are live for the first time since NHL free agency. It's been a long time, but I put a question out there basically asking you guys to give me your blockbuster trades, and we're going to be reacting to every single one in today's video. Just chatting with you guys, having a fantastic time tonight. But if you're watching this as a replay, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell. I'm actually trying out using my actual recording camera for streams for the first time, so hopefully it sounds or it looks good. And let me know in the chat down below, by the way, if you guys can hear the background music. I've changed with the settings a little bit, and I haven't had time to truly test it. But we're gonna be going through here today. I don't care that I'm late, guys. I don't care. It was 1 minute. But how is it going, y'all? Solid2 Wings and As fan here. We got Sharana Golovich, Andreas, Lemon, Ryan, Sandra in here, a Nintendo fan. But for people ever asking for streams to come back, well, we are back here today. And again, we're gonna be reacting to all these mock trades, seeing who I think wins, seeing who I think are the winners of these type of trades. It'll be interesting because I've seen a lot of obviously troll trades. But there's quite a few in here that are actually pretty interesting that I want to talk about with you guys tonight. So make sure that like button of the stream if you're just coming in. Subscribe again if you are new. And let's get this going, shall we? You know what? For the first stream since free agency, can we get some W's in the chat? Can we get some W's in the chat to start off today, boys? I'm planning on streaming for about an hour and a half, I would assume. College sports fan, what's going on? Ryan can't wait till Eichel flex to the Rangers. Sandra, what's up? Grab, good to see you, Sandra, in the chat again. Jacob Orchik, what's going on, Jacob? AKA, of course, CBJ Hockey. Yes. Let's see. We got hello there in here. We got Hardcore Hab, Matthew Townsend, John Boy, Flyers fan. By the way, I'm going to refresh this page one more time. This is the last chance you guys have. The last chance you guys have to comment in this community post. So make sure you guys do so. We got 80 people already in the stream. Thank you guys so much for dropping in again. We're going to be here for about an hour. It's going to be a ton of fun today. But yeah, Andreas's mock trade did inspire the thumbnail. So shout out to him, of course. Jan P. O'Gravy got some Galchenyuk news. We heard a little bit of rumors about him going to potentially Montreal and Toronto. But besides that, and that was like a week ago, we haven't really heard anything since. I think it's a bit laggy, no offense. The camera itself, let me see if I can change that. I don't know if I'm testing it out for the first time, so I'm not sure how perfect it will be. I could change to another camera if needs be. Let me know in the chat, yes or no. Is the camera like lag wise, is it fine? Like, does it work? Because I know the resolution is a lot better. That's for sure. Mark Pomfret, what's going on? Hey, my man, Flames fan from Ottawa. Good to see you, Mark. Oh, and my, I guess it just turned off. Well, never mind. Let me load that back up. Give me a second, y'all. It just turned off. I think I exit out of the camera program. Give me a second, y'all. Well. Okay, let me see. There we go. We're back. All right. So you know what? We're just gonna go through this as we go. I wonder if I can sort by, okay, top comments. Yeah, I'm gonna refresh one more time, and then we'll get into all these mock trades. My birthday, so we good? Aiden, that is fantastic. Happy birthday, man. You know what? Can we get some happy birthday for Aiden in the chat, y'all? Some big happy birthday. Thank you so much for coming in, brother. Happy birthday. Hype for Aiden. Did the trade on the thumbnail actually happen? No, Eric. We're reacting to mock trades right now. So basically, we're going to go... I don't know how many comments were in here. 220 comments. 220 mock trades that you guys proposed. We're going to be going through it all today. Oh my goodness. Craig with the 5 Canadian. Thank you so much, man. Absolutely appreciate it. Edmonton trades Nurse to LA for Dougie and a conditional first. Second if LA missed the playoffs. That's an interesting one. Does the notification actually come up? Let me see. I'm really hoping it does. I have the alert box on here, so it should be all good. Let me just make sure here. I think it'll come in a second. Thank you so much for the 5, though, Craig. Can we please? There we go. Scars. Can we get some Craig Ivan in the chat down below for a legend? Thank you so much for coming back here again. Good to have you, man. Good to have you. And hopefully you guys are enjoying your night today. And again, we're going to be live for about an hour. That's an interesting trade, though, Craig proposes. Edmonton trades Nurse to LA for Dougie and a conditional first. Second if LA missed the playoffs. Let me know in the chat down below. Edmonton or LA, who wins that trade? For me personally, I mean, for me, it's kind of an interesting one because I don't even, like, I would say on paper, LA wins it. But at the same time, I mean, for LA, trading a first-round pick, I'm not sure. I do think it makes them better. I think Nurse is a better player than Dougie at this point, for sure. It's going to be an interesting one, for sure. Let me know, though, Edmonton or LA, who wins that trade? It's been so long since stream. I'm so happy right now. Dominic, good to see you again in the chat, man. It's been a while. It's been what, like, how long has it been? Like 2 weeks? That is crazy. 2 weeks? Man, that 2 month, and I just want to say this once again, that 2 month period with the playoffs and the off season starting or ending technically, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support on the streams, especially. You guys are just awesome. Thank you so much. I mean, I thought the playoffs were great, but the biggest week ever on the channel was that week during the draft and during all these Seattle Kraken stuff. That was just such a joy to be able to experience that with you guys. Who on Vancouver are you trading for who? Nobody's been traded yet, Troy. We're just going through mock trades right now, and the one on the thumbnail was one of Andreas's mock trades. Nurse is overrated, also makes 9.25. I mean, I'd rather have Nurse at 9.25 than Dougie at 11 million personally. Doesn't he make 11 million or 10.5, something like that? Yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord, make sure you do so. Make sure you do so. Toby Hackle, what's going on, Toby? You can't see the letters. Is it let me see. The letters on the mock trades here. I can make it a little bit bigger. Let me know. Can you guys see all the text here? I think that should be about the right size. I think that's pretty much perfect. Let me know in the chat down below. Can you guys see perfectly the that like cocky dude's comment right here? Let me know. Sam Carey, what's going on? We got 160 already in this chat. Thank you guys so much for coming in. And again, keep in this live stream because we're going to be live for about an hour. The first live stream since free agency. We are here to react to all these mock trades. Are you going to stream for the Women's Junior Hockey Tourney on Friday? We'll see, Sandra. I might be busy then, though. We'll see. I just woke up from my nap. Hey, Troy, good to see you. Good to see you. Hopefully it was great, man. Hopefully it was great. For some reason, for me, and it's been something like ever since I was 6 years old, I just can't take naps. And when I do, it feels terrible. I don't know what happened. I think something changed inside of me, and it sucks. It's terrible. All right, so you know what? I think it is now time. I think it is now time to go through these mock trades. And again, as we go through these mock trades, I want to know your guys' thoughts in the chat down below as well. What you guys think about these ones. So let's start out with the first one. The top comment here on the community post. Hockey Dude proposes Evander Kane, a second-round pick in 2022 to Arizona. And for the Sharks, future considerations. Now, I got to say this right now. Early winner. It's San Jose, man. But let me know in the chat down below, Coyotes or Sharks, who wins this trade. But it's San Jose. It's San Jose. A Chance coming over the 2 Canadian. Thank you so much, man. What's up, Graf? Good to see you again, Chance. I mean, dude, you've been an absolute legend. And Isaac as well, the 2. Thank you so much, both of you guys. Can we get some Chance and Isaac hype in the chat down below? Absolute legend. Thank you so much, the Donos brothers. And Chance doing pretty well. Hopefully you are as well. And Isaac says Eichel for McDavid. I mean, you'd have to at least put in Roman Polak in that trade, personally. But thank you so much, y'all. Thank you so much. Isaac and Chance, beauties. Absolute beauties. But I think for San Jose to get that locker room sorted out with this trade, I honestly think that's a W. I mean, I personally, for me, if we're looking at this realistically, if we're looking at an Evander Kane trade, even again, if the allegations of him banging on NHL games are cleared and he's not liable for that, even if that's the case, I think you're going to have to give up at least like a second and another prospect to get rid of Evander Kane. That's just how I see it. Even if San Jose's second is really, really good, I still think it's like a first round quality as well going back to the team that takes him at this point. Like just with all the, like, it's not even just like rumblings of him being a locker room disaster. It's been heavily documented with multiple different teams, and that's just how it is. We know what Evander Kane is like. So for me, it's gonna be, I mean, for Arizona, if I was Arizona personally though, if I was able to get a second round pick plus a prospect, I mean, well, I guess why not? I mean, who cares about the next few years if you're the Coyotes, right? And you get something else on top of that. So I don't know. Maybe if there's something on top of that, I could see both teams winning, but that's definitely an interesting one For sure. Sean as well, just with a big one. Fantasy of bringing the Hughes brothers together. Vancouver gets Ty Smith, Kevin Ball, Yanni Kukkonen, a 2022 New Jersey first, 2022 third, 2023 conditional third, and New Jersey gets Quinn Hughes and a 4th round pick. So with this one right now, who do you guys see winning this trade? New Jersey or Vancouver? Because personally, I don't think that's too bad for either team. I mean, New Jersey, obviously you get Quinn Hughes, and that's just as much marketability as you could possibly want. Now, I think for Vancouver though, I mean, Ty Smith could be. I don't think he's going to be as good as Quinn Hughes, but he could be in the area. You know what? The more I think about it, the more I think that Vancouver definitely wins this trade because they just get a surplus. I mean, Ty Smith's going to be great. Kevin Ball's going to be solid. Yanni Kukkonen is already great. And you get a 1st, a 3rd, and a 20. I mean, that 1st could probably going to be pretty good as well for New Jersey. So I would say Vancouver wins this trade, Sean. But, I mean, for New Jersey, just thinking about the marketability of Quinn Hughes, I mean, that could be worth it alone. Quinn Hughes with Jack Hughes, by the way. But I think that's a pretty steep price. Now, I think that's actually a little bit realistic because I think Vancouver knows that New Jersey would really want Quinn Hughes, especially since he is unsigned. So I think in that way, Vancouver's ask makes sense. But I don't know if it would actually go through personally. Ty Smith and Jack Hughes are best friends. Well, Quinn Hughes and Jack Hughes are brothers. They definitely won't get San Jose's 1st. No way they're willing to trade another 1st so soon after the shoot slip pick. I'm not saying they get a 1st. I'm saying they get, I would say like a 2nd round pick and a prospect to kind of equal a 1st round value, or at least a later one. Just trade the other 2 Hughes to Vancouver. This trade is horrible for the Nucks. I don't know, Speedy Gaming. I mean, I think Quinn Hughes is going to be amazing, but Ty Smith is great. Kevin Ball's solid. Kukkonen's really underrated. And you get New Jersey's 1st round pick, let's be real. Even if Quinn Hughes plays next year, it's going to be a good pick. It's going to be a lottery pick as well. Plus, you get a 3rd in 2022, a conditional 3rd in 2023. I don't know. I like that trade a lot for the Canucks. New Jersey, but it's close from 4 stars TD. I see you. New Jersey receives Evander Kane. San Jose receives Ty Smith, Yanni Kukkonen, and some picks. Imagine, Luca. Imagine. I mean, you should just fire everybody in New Jersey at that point. Samuel22, what's going on? We got 250 in this chat. Thank you guys so much for dropping in again. We're going to go through all these mock trades tonight. I don't know how long we'll be live, but we'll be live for quite a bit. And again, some of these are obviously trolls, but you know what? We'll entertain it. We'll entertain it. Oh, Nicholas, I just commented, see you in 350 comments. Nicholas, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. You know what? If you want to put your mock trade in the chat right now, I'll read it out right now, Nicholas. Thank you so much, though. Can we get some Nicholas hype in the chat? Thank you so much for the 279, man. Jack and Ty are like Jimmy and Brady Kachuk. You know what? I feel like it gets a lot of attention, but I don't think we really appreciate the Jimmy nickname with Tim Stützle. I really don't think we do. As much as we should, really. It's one of the best out there. One of the best out there. Who do you think Kane will actually go to? If he's cleared of all the betting allegations, it's Montreal. Let's be just honest with ourselves. If Kane is cleared of the betting allegations, and Montreal can get a 1st round pick or like a 2nd round pick and like a prospect as well as taking Evander Kane on, they're taking Evander Kane. I mean, they don't care. They don't care, simply put. Oh. What? Craig! Oh my. I'm just trying to react to dumb mock trades right now, Craig. Oh my gosh! 150 Canadian! And Tyler the 2 right after. I feel bad for Tyler right now. Like, what the heck is going on anymore? Craig, thank you so much, man. This is for you to watch McDavid live this year when he comes to town, or buy some Oilers swag. Also head up a junior team to do their play-by-play, build your resume up, and eventually find your way to TV. Hockey fans are deserving of your enthusiasm on TV. Cheers. Thank you so much, Craig. Absolutely appreciate you, man. I will. Honestly, I'm hoping to go to quite a bit of Stars games this year, at least going to a game against the Kraken. The Oilers would definitely be a good one. The last game, by the way, I went to before obviously the whole pandemic thing came up, was actually Oilers versus Stars, which I think was like an OT win for the Oilers. But it was like, I think it was like McDavid and Draisaitl combining on the OT goal because of course. But seeing those two guys, even though it was like upper decker nosebleed seats, it was pretty awesome, and they were as good as advertised. Draisaitl had an amazing game. And that was during like the whole Draisaitl is the worst defensive player in the league, and I was actually trying to watch it live to see what I was missing. But that was pretty fun. It was sad though, because at that point it was kind of like a thing, like everybody kind of knew it was like I'm pretty sure it was like really early March, like really early March 2020. And it must have been like the first couple of days. It was around that time period, and everybody was kind of on edge a little bit. But thankfully, I was able to go a game right before that because we all know what happened next. Thank you so much, though, Craig, for the 150. And Tyler with the 2, what's going on, boys? How are we doing this evening? We are doing very well, Tyler. Thank you so much. And the 10 from Philip Bridgman. Thank you so much, Philip. Hey, Grab, great work on the videos this summer. Did you see the I did see that, Philip. Right before the stream, actually, which I'm kind of really happy about. Kuzman's gonna be real good on the Jets, Philip. I really love his overall offensive creativity. He's gonna be really fun in Winnipeg. Anthony, can I borrow 20? Why not? Why not? The video quality looks so much better now. Is that true, Shrenigovich? Okay, that's good to see. Refresh the friend. Okay. All right, I've refreshed it. Oh, and Andreas with the 55 in Sweden. I'm glad you're gonna check both of my trades. Yes, we will, Andreas. Thank you so much. Can we get some hype in the chat for the donators? Craig hype, Tyler hype, Philip hype, Andreas hype. You beauties, absolutely appreciate it. Craig, thank you so much, man. You know what? Where's my Oilers hat? It's gonna be around here somewhere. I'll just wear it for the rest of the video in honor. Oh, here it is. Yeah, honestly, my Oilers hat is one of my favorites. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Look at this thing. It's got Oiler oh, and it's turned over, but you know what? It has Oiler Nation on the brim. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Oh my goodness! And is that Mr. Yes, it is Mr. Top Kadaki. Thank you so much for the 5 to Philadelphia. Vlad Tarasenko to the Blues. JVR and a 3rd round pick. St. Louis ain't that dumb. I mean, am I the only one who thinks that's actually a big W for St. Louis? By the way, can we get some Mr. Top Kadaki in the chat down below? But am I the only one who thinks that's a dub for St. Louis? I mean, right now, JVR is the much better player. And even though he has a little bit more years on him at $7 million, I mean, I remember like a good chunk of last season, he led the league in power play goals. I mean, he's still really, really good. To me, if I was Philadelphia, I don't know. It's a big risk. I mean, maybe Tarasenko's better next year, but that's a big if. And we've heard recently as well a lot about Tarasenko's injury, about it being a lot worse than people expect. And it's one of the reasons why a trade hasn't happened yet. So to me, honestly, for St. Louis, you're getting the better player and you're getting a pick on top of that. I don't hate that for them. Krill, I can't donate. Lost my card yesterday. I'm waiting for a replacement. No problem, Krill. You've done so much on these live streams before, man. No problem. The OGs know of how much of a go Krill is. All right, let's go to the next one, shall we? Let's go to the next one. Actually, since I refreshed, we have this next one from Headshot. He says, actually, another Vladimir Tarasenko trade. Flames getting Vladimir Tarasenko. Blue. Oh, a 3-team trade. Okay. Oh, and Juan Jose with a 5. Come to watch a Panthers game down here. Hit me up so we can go. Well, the tickets are dirt cheap. I mean, yeah, I'd assume so. I'd really like to go to a Panthers game, Juan Jose. Really, really like to go to a Panthers game. Actually, now that you're saying that, my second to last Stars game was against the Panthers, which was pretty fun. And then Jordan with a 7 Canadian. Guys, can we get some Juan Jose and Jordan hype? Oh, my goodness. I love you guys. Jillian, what's going on? Good to see you again as well. Rangers Chris with a 20 in Sweden. Good to see you streaming again, man. It's good to be back streaming. It's been 2 weeks. Far too long. Also, when are we doing the members only fantasy? I'm projecting probably the start of actually, I might do it like the end of September because I want to be as close to training camp as possible with that. And thank you so much, y'all. Can we please get some huge hype for the donators? You guys have been destroying. I mean, we've only been live for like 15 minutes right now. Brooks Beach, what's going on? It's 1:20 a.m. for me because I'm in Austria. Hey, no problem, Zvornik. Good to have you in the chat. Double dono time. You know it. You know it. What would Habs do to, or what Habs can do to be better? I think, man, trading for Christian Dvorak would be the thing I do, man. Even though it might be an overpay, that's the only guy that I can really see making a huge impact at that second line center spot. That's what I think they could really, really need. Like, I think Montreal's going to be fine with Kotkaniemi as the second line center next year, but it's not like a guaranteed thing. And that to me is the biggest problem, is that you're betting on Kotkaniemi to jump back up. Francis, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the Grav Gang. Absolutely appreciated. Can we get some Francis type in the chat down below? Great to have you, brother. Great to have you. All right, let's go over the next mock trade here. So again, the 3-team trade from Headshot. Tarasenko going to the Flames. Blues getting Jack Eichel. Sabres getting Matthew Tkachuk, Marco Scandella, a first from 2022 from the Blues, and a second in 2023 from the Blues, and a 2023 second from the Flames. So this is interesting. And I gotta say this right now. This is an interesting trade. So it's a 3-team trade. How I'm looking at it right now, though, Scars. Thank you so much, Nicholas, for the 279. Will you have a members fantasy league? Yeah, we will be making a fantasy league for members. Members on the channel. So we'll be making that for the start of next season. I'll have a community post out there for the members, for you as well, Nicholas, of course, in the future. I'm planning on making it probably like late September. But looking at this, first things first, the Flames got jobbed. They got rid of Matthew Tkachuk and they got Tarasenko back. That's horrible. Besides that, I think it's a relatively, okay. The Sabres the Blues did amazing here. They gave up Tarasenko, Scandella, a first in 2022, and a second in 2023 for Jack Eichel. To me, that's a huge out for both the Sabres. I mean, Matthew Tkachuk is good, and that haul is okay, I guess. The Flames are the real loser in this one, in my opinion. But the Blues, man, that is a great trade if that can happen. If that can happen, that's a great trade. It's not going to happen, but that would be an amazing trade for the St. Louis Blues. Let me know what you guys are thinking about that. I think the Flames are the definite loser, though, in that trade for sure. We can go to some other ones as well from Craig, of course. He actually donated a little bit earlier and talked about that one. You know what? Let's just heart everyone as we go. Trick Shot Finn says to the Rangers, Connor McDavid to the Oilers, Jack Johnson, they can strengthen their defense core. Honestly, I mean, how do the Rangers let franchise D-man Jack Johnson go? That to me is the worst part about this. Like, I mean, Chris Drury has already been a bad GM, but you cannot let go of franchise cornerstone Jack Johnson. I just can't see it happening. I just can't. San Jose Sharks territory, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Tomas Hertl to the Habs for Kotkaniemi, Romanov, and a second-round pick. I think that's a pretty good trade for the Sharks, honestly. I'm not sure really what the price would be on Hertl. I mean, when it comes to, Hertl could be, for me, Hertl's in an interesting spot. He I think would be an okay first-line center, but ideally would be your second-line center guy. But for the Habs, it would probably be that way with Kotkaniemi or with Suzuki and then Hertl. To me, if I'm Montreal, though, giving up Kotkaniemi and Romanov is really tough. Like, if I could give up Kotkaniemi and maybe a first, then maybe. But giving up Kotkaniemi and Romanov is a pretty rough one, in my opinion. How do I become a member? 4-star CD. If you go onto YouTube on your computer or your desktop and you go to the channel, it's the join button that's on the channel page. Blues fleecing. That is true. That is true. Did you hear that Matthews got a wrist surgery and will be out for training for 6 weeks? Also, sub goal 50K. Yes, the sub goal is 50K, Sandra. Yeah, I did hear about that. I mean, all of the 50 Norwegian, hey, Grav. Thanks for getting me through a hard night shift at the moment. Mark traded to the Flames. Jack Eichel to Buffalo. 2022 first, Emilio Pettersson and Monahan. Interesting one. Hey, Ola, no problem. Hopefully, you're having as good of a night as possible on this chat. We'll do our best, though. We'll do our best to entertain you while that's happening. No problem, though. Good to have you in the chat. Thank you so much for spending the time with us tonight. Or, I guess, wouldn't it be like in the morning? In Norway, something like that. Thank you so much, Ola. Thank you so much. Hello there. No, you are a legend. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, we got a trade from Wes McCauley. Absolutely beautiful. absolutely beautiful. This is made before the draft lottery next year. Sabres trade the odds sitting at number 1 for the 1 sitting at, wait, okay, wait a second. This is made before the draft lottery next year. Sabres traded the odds sitting at number 1 for the 1 sitting at number 2 in the lottery. I think that's smart. Honestly, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. You know what? Can we get some W's in the chat? Because honestly, I think Wes McCauley might be onto something. I think he might just be onto something. Did you answer my if Tarasenko getting traded to New Jersey to make a playoff run? Not yet, Dave. Not yet. The next one here from Frederick Gustafson. Interesting trade here. To Minnesota, Hertl, 50% retained cap hit. To San Jose, Matthew Boldy, second-round pick. Conditional second-round pick if Minnesota gets Hertl. I think Hertl will be traded at the trade deadline, and a lot of teams will be interested since the Sharks can retain cap on a team will overpay. Yeah, that's very good. I honestly think that's one of the better trades we've seen so far from Frederick. I think Minnesota makes a ton of sense for Tomas Hertl. A ton of sense, even though I think San Jose would obviously want to move him more into the East. That's not bad. That's not bad. And I think 50% retained. He only has 1 year left, so you might as well do that. But for San Jose, you get Matthew Boldy, who's no slouch whatsoever. Definitely one of the best forward prospects right now in the NHL. Plus a second-round pick, plus a conditional second-round pick if Minnesota signs Hertl. So that's an interesting part of that trade, I think. But honestly, if you're a San Jose, I mean, to get Matthew Boldy back, I think that's pretty realistic, but also it makes a lot of sense. No. You're trolling. You are trolling, Jesse. Oh my dude. What is going on? Jesse with a 200 Canadian. And then of course San Jose Sharks territory with the 5. Oh my goodness. Can't we get some Jesse and San Jose Sharks territory hype in the chat? Jesse, you mad lad. Oh my gosh. First Craig, now Jesse. I don't even know what to say anymore, guys. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, making my freaking month right now. What is your ideal trade to boost the Stars? Well, you know what? That's a great question. Great question. Because I got some ideas. First things first, obviously we know that one goaltender has to get moved, especially if Ben Bishop, even if Ben Bishop's going to be out of the season next year and still going to be injured, they still have to move one guy because they'd have Hudobin, Oettinger, and Holtby. So to me, that's where you start first, and I'd probably trade Hudobin if I was them, just because I think he'd have the best value with 1 year left, and even though he didn't have the greatest year last year, I think there's a lot more of a pedigree there compared to a guy like Braden Holtby in these past couple of seasons. So to me, I think you'd have a lot more value. We did hear recently that there might be a trade in the works. I think Jeff Merrick proposed it to 31 Thoughts that potentially it could be a Hudobin and Edmonton trade before the season starts, which would not surprise me whatsoever. To me, that makes a lot of sense, and I think Hudobin is where the Dallas Stars start. Besides that, though, I think it depends a lot on the health, because if Sagan and Radulov are both healthy next year, I don't think the Stars make many moves before now and the season start. And they will have to, again, get rid of some cap. Hudobin will definitely help towards that. But to me, if the Stars are going to make a trade, it would be Hudobin, and then after that, you might go for a extra forward, perhaps. I mean, they kind of filled the hole at third line center spot with Luke Glendening, but it's not like a perfect fit in my opinion. It'll be interesting to see what the Stars do, but I would say first things first, Hudobin's definitely off, and if they can get another winger, I would really appreciate that. It would probably come through trade. I mean, if they could have made it work to where they could have traded Hudobin, then gone to Tatar, I would have appreciated that quite a bit, but obviously he's now in New Jersey. So we'll see what happens with Dallas. Thank you so much for the 200, Jesse. And let's hope the Stars make some big moves between now and then. I think they'll be fine either way. I think they're making the playoffs. And San Jose Sharks territory with the 5. Eklund has signed his ELC. Can't wait to see him on the ice. And who do you think San Jose will trade first? Well, to me with San Jose, I mean, obviously we talked about it in the Evander Kane video. I think the first big domino to fall really is I think the first big domino to fall is probably going to be Timo Meier. I think Timo Meier is the most likely guy to be traded this offseason, because I could see there being a lot of trades that San Jose makes during the season, around the trade deadline, most likely Tomas Hertl during that trade deadline, having that ability. I think that's the most likely guy, but Timo Meier I think would be the most likely to get traded before the season starts, just because we've heard his name a ton, and even though we have it a little bit have heard it's a little bit cooled off. I still think in San Jose there could be a lot of value there right now because there's not a lot of options left at the moment. I think Meyer will be the most likely guy. And then coming over the note with the membership is Nicholas with the Grab Gang stuff. Thank you so much, man. I mean, Nicholas, you've been how long have you even been in here, man? Just a go. Scars. Can we get some Nicholas hype as well in the chat down below? And please get some hype for Jesse, for Craig, for all the donators. I still can't believe that. Oh my goodness. Y'all are awesome. Keep being amazing. I mean, we've only gotten for like 5 mock trades so far, but you know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. This has been a lot of fun. So you know what? Let's go to the next one. Here, coming from James McKinnon. By the way, hit the like button on the stream if you haven't. We're at 90. Let's get to 100, boys. Coast to coast NHL hockey news. What's going on? I'm so frustrated that Eichel hasn't been traded yet. That is true. I hope it happens soon. So James says to Washington, Vlad Tarasenko, to St. Louis, Evgeny Kuznetsov. Oh, the 10 of San Jose Sharks territory, the #1 fan. Bro. Honestly, San Jose Sharks territory, I appreciate you being the #1 fan with all the drama I've been talking about the Sharks these past couple of weeks. What? Jesse, please, man, please. Andreas does make a great point. Everyone join the Discord. Thank you so much for the nation, Andreas. Thank you so much, San Jose Sharks territory. And Jesse comes in with the 50. I don't even know what to say anymore, man. I don't even know what to say anymore. Thank you guys so much. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, man. Can we get some Jesse hype? Can we get some San Jose Sharks territory hype? Oh my goodness. Otis, shout out Brisbane, Australia. Of course I will. Good to see you, Otis. Trevor Zegers, what's going on? Massimilian, what's going on? We also have Evan D in here. Von P, we got the boss. It's Timo time. Are you ever gonna be back or not? Me? Like streaming wise, Jack? I'll be streaming throughout this off season. Not gonna lie, your passion for hockey and commentary is honestly a breath of fresh air. You're gonna have a great career if you decide to devote a lot of your time to commentary. Good luck, Grab. Cole, thank you so much. That is the plan. I mean, I think in hockey media, there's just so much. There's just so much that could be done better. To me, I just, besides like Kevin Bieksa and like Brendan Burke, like right now as it stands, like when you watch like an NHL Network broadcast or you watch like a TSN or Sportsnet broadcast, to me there's just it doesn't feel like you're watching like actual hockey fans talking about things. It feels like you're watching businessmen talking about hockey, especially in Canada. And I mean, it's pretty much the same thing in America, but especially there, it just seems like there's not enough like just excitement for things. I mean, I that's what I try to bring the most. I mean, and a lot of it is raw. Like I freaking love hockey, and then obviously during the playoffs, all that stuff. But like trade deadline time, draft time, like people like there's so many times where people will be like, why you talk like that? Why you scream so much? But like if I'm making like a draft video or something, I am genuinely excited. Like making draft like draft rankings or different rankings or all this different stuff. Like I freaking love doing this, man, and it's the best. It's the best job ever, really. It's the best job ever. And to me, I just, it doesn't feel like people really know that when they're all that high up. I don't know. To me, that's just kind of how I see it. And hey, if we get that far, hopefully we'll bring some passion there. Oh, what the heck is going on? Back to back donations. Are you kidding me? Juan Jose, Swirls, Nicholas, and Kyle Johnson. Thank you so much for the nations, brothers. Juan Jose says stream Panthers games to follow up predictions. That is true, Juan Jose. Hey, we're going full on the Panthers bandwagon this year. Full on the Panthers bandwagon. Squirrels with a 5 though, not much, but it's something. Keep doing what you're doing. Squirrels, it is way more than you need to do, man. Just being here, I appreciate that a ton. Thank you so much for the 5. Nicholas, well, you almost have enough to buy a PS5 out tonight. I mean, I might, Nicholas, but The problem is finding one. The problem is finding one. Kyle Johnson was with the 5. Flames should blow it up and start over. A core of Kachuk, Gaudreau, Monahan isn't taking you anywhere. Exactly 100% agreed with that, Kyle. To me, the Flames should have blown it up, like, honestly, after 2019. To me, they just been prolonging the inevitable at this point. Now, I want to say this right now. We'll get into, I want to get into James' mock trade here, because I've seen this request, I've seen this proposed a lot, where you have Tarasenko going to Washington, Kuznetsov going to St. Louis. But my proposition is this. Why do the Blues need centers? Why do the Blues need centers? They got Ryan O'Reilly, Braden Shen, Tyler Bozak, I mean, Jordan Kyrou if you count him. Why do they need centers? And unless Kuznetsov's going to magically play the wing, I don't know. To me, I just don't really see the Kuznetsov trade making too much sense. I mean, obviously, it's the 2 Russians in trade rumors. I get that. But to me, I mean, I think it kind of makes sense in Washington's side a little bit. But for St. Louis, I just don't see why they'd ever want Kuznetsov. Ever. That is true, Golvich. That is true. Hami as well. Eichel to Arizona for 6 second-round picks in Jack Eichel. Awesome. Zach Evander Kane to the Caps for Kuznetsov 1-for-1. This will make the Caps the nastiest team in the league of the season. And Reeves will have a field day with Kane and Wilson. Though, awesome Zach does make a good point. Imagine Reeves, Evander Kane, and Tom Wilson in the same game. that would be kind of crazy. And honestly, just I wish that Kane would just play 1 game in Washington, just call it quits, just retire right after that. That's all you need to do. It's all you need to do. Yeah, that is true, Richard. That's why I was kind of like, okay, you could kind of count, but not really. Thomas is an option for sure. I think Nathan's mic is going to blow up from how much he's screaming with excitement for all these donations. I honestly, Sandra, I can't even believe what I'm seeing right now. Honestly. Tyler, or of course, he says Dale Weiss for Wayne Gretzky in a first. Honestly, good deal. Good deal. Tyler to Seattle, Marc-Andre Fleury to Chicago, Chris Drieger on a 3rd-round pick. That is a steal for the Seattle Kraken, I must say. Interesting trade here from V-Boss to Boston, Tomas Hertl to San Jose, DeBrusk, Valimaki, or not Valimaki, Vakanainen. 2022 2nd-round pick and a 2023 2nd-rounder. Now, this is an interesting trade. Let me know in the chat down below. Bruins or Sharks? Who do you guys think wins this trade? Now, for me personally, there is no way the Bruins do not give up a 1st-round pick in the Hertl trade. No way. There's no possible way it happens. If it was a 2022 1st-rounder, I might say both teams win this trade. But as of right now, I say the Bruins definitely win this one. I mean, Hertl is a super underrated guy. Would be perfect. I mean, he'd be basically the next David Krejci for them as a Czech top 6 centerman. Oh, and Alice of the 2. Should the Rangers offer Sheet Elias Pettersson over Eichel trade? It really depends for me, Alice. It really depends. I mean, on paper, yes. But at the same time, how likely is it that Vancouver wouldn't just match the offer sheet? To me, if I was looking at it, and if I can get Pettersson at like, $10 million, maybe I do that. But it's a big maybe, and it's a big risk too. But let me know in the chat, Bruins or Sharks. I'm thinking Bruins definitely win this trade. Buffalo, Kotkaniemi, Paling, Yalnin, a 1st-round pick to Montreal, Jack Eichel, a 3rd-round pick. That is a great trade for the Montreal Canadiens. Fantastic trade. Interesting one, though, from Bud Like. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Jesse, are you... Honestly, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. Throw me in a stream, not trying to make sure anything. I just got a feeling we could rack in stacks. I think, honestly, Jesse, why not? Why not? Thank you so much, Peter, by the way, for subscribing. But you know what? Jesse makes a great point. Jesse makes a great point. By the way, we will be doing a lot of like different streams throughout the off season. I plan on maybe doing like a weekly like just hangout and news type stream. Maybe we'll get Jesse in one of those. Let me know, Jesse, what you're thinking. I think that could be pretty fun. Thank you so much for all the donations so far, man. I cannot believe this. Oh my goodness. By the way, Curtis Madrid to the Rangers for the next 100 1st-round picks. Easy dub. Easy dub for the Rangers. Let me see. Let me try to go over somebody that I haven't gone over before. Cameron says Sharks get Eric Brandstrom. Sens get Tomas Hertl. I'm not. I think Pierre Dorian's pretty good. I don't think he's that good. Oh my goodness, that would be an amazing trade for the Sens. Let me know in the chat though, Sharks or Sens. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? Almost a 47. That is true, Patrick. I haven't even really noticed that. Let me see where we're at right now. Okay, we're at 46,890. 10 away from 46.9. You know what? If we do get there today, I'll make a new mod. How about that? How about that? Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button if you just dropped by. And again, stick in this live stream. Let's keep the hype going. How's everyone doing today? Doing pretty well, coast to coast. Doing pretty well. Nicholas to Montreal, Christian Dvorak to 2022. Second to Arizona, Jesperi Kotkaniemi. That's an interesting one. I mean, Dvorak for Kotkaniemi would be an interesting trade. And honestly, I don't think you're too far off. But to me, I mean, I think Montreal would rather have all three of those guys. Tyler the 2, mine is pretty interesting. We will get to it, Tyler. I want to wait. Let me see if I can just find it right. Where is Tyler's? Scars. Can we get some Tyler Hype in the chat down below? Thank you so much for the 2, man. Okay, let me try and find yours. I'm gonna scroll down as far as humanly possible here. As far as humanly possible. Where the heck is Tyler? Can I just let me see if I can find Tyler here. Oh gosh. Wait, is it not on this? Wait a second, what? Oh, okay, let me do this. Let me scroll all the way down and make sure that I can find Tyler's wait, just okay, never mind. All right, we're scrolled all the way down. Let's go to Tyler now. Ah, here we go. All right, so Tyler has New York and Whoa. Okay. All right. To New York, Jack Eichel. To Colorado, Mika Zibanejad. To Buffalo, Kadri, Colorado's second-round pick. New York's 2022 first-round pick. Gorgia, Matthew Robertson, Zach Jones, Kravtsov, and Morgan Barron. Kadri has a modified no trade clause and would be immediately flipped for another asset. Could potentially another 2022 first from a contender. This is interesting. I like this a lot, Tyler. Now, I think Mika Zibanejad in Colorado, that would be just, they're probably going to lose in the second round again, but just how do you not win a cup with that? But, I mean, when it comes to honestly, looking at the trade for all three of these teams, it might be a little bit of an overpay for the Rangers. But at the same time, like looking at it, it's not too bad. And especially for Buffalo, you get a really good haul. I would say probably like I think if you took off like Matthew Robertson and like maybe Zach Jones, I think you could pretty much be perfect on that. Because I don't think the Rangers are going to give as much as that, but it would be pretty close, I think. Oh, man, Obi-Wan a Brick with a 5. Good to see you in the chat again, man. Obi-Wan a Brick says, to Detroit, Christian Dvorak. To Arizona, Elmer Soderstrom and a 2023 first-round pick. Interesting. I'm trying to think about that one. That might not be... I mean, obviously for Detroit, trading a pick 2 years ahead of time is interesting, but Steve Yzerman loves his risky trades. That's an interesting one. I mean, I like Elmer Soderblom quite a bit, and... The Yotes, I think, would like him as well for his size, and you get a first-round pick in 2023. Who knows? That is an interesting trade. I think that maybe could work. We'll see. HLE Games, what's going on? Yeah, I would say that's an overpayment for the Rangers, but I think besides that, it's a solid trade. It's a solid trade. I like a lot what the Sabres are getting back for them, though, and I'm not sure if it'll be that much. But we'll see what happens. What is your Twitter username? It's actually I'll just put it in the chat. I'll just put it in the chat. That is my Twitter username right there. Can you please look at mine? It's a huge free team trade involving Jack Eichel and Ryan Strome. We will get to it, Nathan. Do not worry. Do not worry. Tyler's one of the two. It's either or. Oh, okay. I was kind of thinking if that was the case. That makes a lot more sense, Tyler. Thank you so much for the 2. So it would be either Robertson or Jones. That makes sense then. That makes sense. Thank you so much. Can we get some more Tyler hype in the chat down below? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, which was the next one up? Hockey Arcade coming up with the one. The Avalanche and Tampa Bay Lightning have a mock trade. Interesting here. Kent, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the Grav Gang. Can we get some Kent hype, y'all? Some Kent hype? You love to see it. You love to see it. Kent and Tyler hype. Jordan says wait a second, let's go to Hockey Arcades. The Avalanche and Tampa Bay Lightning have a mock trade to Colorado. Steven Stamkos to Tampa Bay, Gabriel Landeskog and a second-round pick. Yeah, I don't see both teams trading their captain. I just don't know where the I don't know where the incentive will be for that. Jordan says Avs get Rasmus Kupari, Cale Clague, and a 2022 second-round pick, and the Kings get Samuel Girard. Now, I think on paper it's not terrible. But again, we come back to the question, why would the Avalanche do this? Girard's locked up for a long time at a very solid cap hit, a top 2 defenseman for them right now, who is very versatile, very solid, very consistent. I mean, you probably have to add more, but still for the Avs, I mean, I don't know where the incentive is. I like that one from Wes McCauley. Ray with a Stars trade here. Okay. Stars get Kessel, 50% retained. Yotes get Dobby, a second and a third. If it's Dobby for Kessel, 50% retained, I don't hate that. But giving up a second and a third, I don't know. Kessel's not great anymore. I'd say the Yotes definitely win that trade for sure. And then they could probably flip Dobby somewhere else as well. Flyers fan says to St. Louis, Kane, Semek, and a 2024 second-round pick. To San Jose, Tarasenko, and a 2023 7th-round pick. Interesting. I mean, looking at it right now for San Jose, that's a W. That is a W. You get Tarasenko, and you get something possibly of note, potentially. Yeah, Jacob, I don't even know. I don't even know what's happening anymore. I'd rather keep Mika than get Eichel. Gravy should go to the newest comments. I think I will, Ethan. Do not worry. Benjamin to Arizona, Evander Kane, Eric Carl. Whoa! Whoa! Benjamin going with a huge one here to Arizona, Kane, Carlson, Hertl, and a 2022 second-round pick to San Jose, Dvorak, Keller, and Jacob Chikrin. I mean, man. That would save Doug Wilson's job. Imagine. That would save Doug Wilson's job. I mean, Dvorak really isn't like, I think Hertl's definitely the better player, but it's not like a huge jump between him and Dvorak. Plus you get Keller, plus you get one of the best defensemen in the NHL in Jacob Chikrin. Yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I would do that in a heartbeat if I was the San Jose Sharks. Wraparound hockey, Sean Monahan to Boston for a second. DeBrusque and Zaboral. DeBrusque's a project, but is from Alberta and could get the tires going there if he needs to. Zaboral just needs some ice time. But yeah, interesting. So Monahan to Boston for a second, DeBrusque and Zaboral. I mean, I don't think that's too bad. I don't think Monahan really fits the Bruins game, but in terms of a second line center, I mean, he's okay. I would say probably though, I mean, it really depends what Monahan's value is right now, because on paper you think he'd probably get a lot more, but Monahan isn't really that great. And you just, I mean, if it was a first round pick and DeBrusque and Zaboral, because I think Zaboral can be something. If it was first DeBrusque and Zaboral, I think the Flames definitely win that trade. Joey says the Rangers, Jack Eichel, the Sabres, Hedl, Strome, Robertson in 2021 first and a 2022 second. The second goes to the Sabres if Eichel plays over half the games. That's an interesting one. To me, with the Rangers, I doubt they trade both Hedl and Strome. I could see them trading one or the other, most likely Strome, but I don't see them trading both of them. Hedl's definitely a guy I would probably leave out of a trade like that. I would much rather trade another prospect like a Nils Lundqvist to lessen the trade and not have Philip Hedl personally. Interesting trade here from Tristan McGuire. Ottawa acquires Jack Eichel. Buffalo acquires Brandstrom, Brown, Jacob Novak. That is a great trade for the Sens. Oh my goodness. If Jack Eichel is healthy, let me know in the chat down below. Sens or Sabres, who wins this trade from Tristan? Who wins this trade from Tristan? Because for me, this is a great trade. This is a great trade. Yeah, Chikrin honestly could lead the Yotes in points. It's not like a far-fetched thing. And he's elite defensively. To Detroit, Zach Kassian, a 2022 second, 2023 conditional third, becomes a second if Kassian gets 60 or more points. To Edmonton, honestly, I have no idea. I need your guys' help. Hey, that's no problem, Dr. Dangles. That's no problem. Yeah, honestly, that's a dub for the Sens. That is a dub for the Sens. Guy I am, or Guy am I, says Gaudreau, Monahan, and a second for Stützle and Brady Tkachuk. No. Nah, not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Mr. Monster, Matthew Tkachuk to Ottawa for Lassie Thompson, Eric Brandstrom. See, well, actually, and Matt Murray? Nah, I don't know if Matt Murray will be a part of that, but, I mean, I don't think that's terrible. I mean, Lassie Thompson, Eric Brandstrom, and you'd have to have at least a first, I would say, if you're going to trade for Matthew Tkachuk. If it was Lassie Thompson and Brandstrom, a first-round pick, and maybe something on top of that, I can see that being enough for Tkachuk. Tkachuk has a lot of value, though, in Calgary. Like, if we're looking at their current roster, I think Matthew Tkachuk is the last guy that they want to trade. So it's going to take a lot for the Sens to get. Oh, and Jesse went with 20! Jesse went with 20! What do you think about a charity stream? That would be a good idea, Jesse. I was thinking about doing one of those during the playoffs. I really should have. I just need to stick to that and actually plan it, because if I'm gonna do a charity stream, I want to like get some hype for it and try to raise as much as possible. So for me, I don't know if I'd wait for, maybe I'll do it like a charity stream for the first day of the NHL season. That'd be pretty fun. But yeah, that's a great idea, Jesse. I'd love to do something like that. Nice hat, go Oilers. Hey Shane, absolutely appreciate it. Good to have you in the chat, and agreed, absolutely. Nicholas in the 279. When are all your player rankings, prospects, D, goal, forwards? The number one NHL centers could be coming pretty soon. Scars. Thank you so much, Nicholas, and thank you so much, Jesse. Appreciate you too. If we get some Jesse hype and some Nicholas hype, but yeah, number one centers could be coming pretty soon for the rankings. So watch out. Though I am planning on. People have been asking a lot. When are the 2022 updated rankings coming out for the draft? Could be tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna say. Grab, what do you think of a meme-ish team in the fantasy draft? Yeah, I was seeing your team, Patrick. I mean, probably gonna be better than mine. Though I think mine has sneaky potential. I really liked my draft. Karen says, Caps trade Kuznetsov for Fiala on the Wild along with a third. Oh, that is an easy W for the Caps. Troy the 279. Absolutely appreciate it, man. Who has more value, Eichel or Pettersson? I would probably have to say Elias Pettersson. Even though this last season wasn't great for him, and he obviously dealt with some big injury issues, it's Elias Pettersson, personally. To me, that's just how I see it. I think there's... I think just because he's younger and just because there's maybe more potential there, both of those guys, though, would get hauls back, or you would think would get hauls back. And Pettersson is healthy, which is a big thing, whereas Jack Eichel's kind of not right now. Black Thunder, hey, Grav, will you do a top 20 defenseman list soon? I don't know if it would probably be like a number one defenseman list, is what I would probably do. Though, I'll do a ranking at some point for sure. At least centers, defensemen, goalies. I might do wingers as well. Hey, Golich, we'll see in a bit. Daniel says Nashville gets Morgan Riley, Kerfoot, Matt Hollowell, and a 2022 first-round pick to Toronto, Ekholm, and Forsberg. Conditions: if Ekholm or Forsberg re-signs in Toronto, the Preds get a first in 2022. If the conditions aren't met, Nashville gets 2 future seconds instead. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I really like that trade for the Leafs. Are you kidding me? Jesse. Dude. Are you kidding? Man, Jesse. I cannot believe this. Can we please get some big Jesse hype in the chat down below? You madman. Oh my gosh. Jesse, I love you. Thank you so much, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Grab can get a new car on Jesse. Pretty much, Expo. Pretty much. Oh man. Jesse, what is it like being as much of a GOAT As you are. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Honestly, though, this mock trade definitely liking that one for the Leafs. Next one, though. Can we please get some Jesse hype? This man. Pettersson, Demko, Hughes, Hoglander, and 5 first-round picks from McDavid. I mean, might actually be trick shot, or actually, I think we went for trick shot Finn's other one. Yeah, Dog Dingles as well, the one he mentioned in chat earlier. Tyler says Jack Eichel for Besser, Ulevi, De Pietro, and 2 first-round picks. Richard, you mad loud, coming with a 10. Why wouldn't the Sabres let Eichel do the surgery now? Having him ready to go would have increased his trade value instead of this back and forth. You have to figure he gets it once it's traded anyways. Yeah, that's probably what would be the case, Richard, especially if it's New York, I think. You get that surgery that he wants. But it seems like for the Sabres, they don't want to have a deteriorating asset like long term. Which is kind of interesting because the asset is deteriorating as we speak because of this whole situation. To me, if I was the Sabres, I just let him get it. And it seems like the procedure, there is obviously some risk to it, but not as much as I think the Sabres or a lot of people are making it out to be. I would say if I was the Sabres, I'd do it. But again, they have their own doctors there, so there's a lot of confusion, it seems like, that way. Meek is going to go to Minnesota, Greenway to Buffalo, Eichel, New York, legit. 20 games in the next season, you'll know what I'm talking about. My Twitter tweet is a blockbuster. Ooh, CMH. We'll see about that one. Whoa! Wait just a second. 12 Lego is... Okay. 3-team trade involving the Rangers, Sabres, and Flames. To Buffalo, Matthew Tkachuk, Connor Zary, 2022 first, 2022 second, 2023 second, Ryan Strome. To Calgary, Jack Eichel, Buffalo retains 10. Okay, wait, why would the Rangers want? It's switched up. I think the Flames would much rather have, like, well, not much rather have, but I think Jack Eichel is much more likely to go to the Rangers and Dahlin's much more likely to go to the Flames in this trade, right? Like, why would the Rangers want Rasmus Dahlin? Like, obviously they want Dahlin. Nobody doesn't want Dahlin, but really? That's an interesting one. Reach my weekly limits next stream, boys. I promise. Jesse, you've done all you need to do, man. You've done all you need to do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. One coming from my boy. I don't give a Tkachuk. Out of Calgary, Zibanejad, can't spell it. And then to New York, Monahan and a 2022 second-round pick. If the Rangers make that trade, Paul, I'm going to be so sad. I'm going to be so sad. That is a terrible trade for them. Now, you guys know I don't like Monahan too much. But if you're going to trade Zibanejad to get Monahan, you got to at least include a first-round pick, in my opinion. At least. Zibanejad would be real good. Imagine Zibanejad with Gaudreau. That'd not be too bad. Change Sherlock, I love this. Hey, Chain, good to have you in the chat, man. Good to have you in the chat. Eichel will kill his next team. I hope Montreal not touch him. Grouse should put a jersey on every donation like on free agency day. I'll do that if you guys want to, even. Let me see. Dive says Boston, Brent Burns. To San Jose, John Moore, and a 4th-round pick. Nathan to Philadelphia, Jack Eichel, 1st and 2nd-round picks to Buffalo. Chank, a 4th, and a 3rd. Okay. Everything hockey, not really a blockbuster, but a trade that I think would help the Avs' second wing need, or second line wing need. DeBrusk for a 2022 3rd, 2023 2nd, and JT Confer. I had JT to make the cap work. That would be interesting. I mean, there is potentially be like the second line center, maybe, in Boston. And you get a 2nd and a 3rd. I don't think that's too bad. Let me know in the chat down below, though. Who do you guys think wins that trade? Because I think DeBrusk would do really well on the Avs. And I think, honestly, like, I think both players would really benefit from this trade. I think DeBrusk would be a really good Avalanche, and Kuemper would be a really good Boston Bruin. But considering the Bruins' circumstances, I mean, getting a 2nd and a 3rd for DeBrusk plus a roster player who's okay, I mean, that's not bad. I like that trade for both teams, though. And I think it has potential for both of them. Let me see, by the way. All right, so we're 4 subscribers away from 46.9k subs, boys. 4 away. We're at 46,896 subs. Can we get some sub goal hype in the chat down below? Grab all 32 NHL. I should do that. I need to do that as a video, though. I'll probably rip a couple of jerseys, which I don't want to have happen. Adam Watson, the KHL. Tom Wilson to the NHL. A lifetime supply of vodka. Interesting. Hello there. Oh, sorry for disliking that. Hello there. It says Vegas gets Eichel, Buffalo, Smith, Krebs, and 2. Jesse, you told us like 5 minutes ago you were done, man. You can't do this to me. Just out of curiosity, how much money have I donated to you? Kind of want to know. In this live stream, I think it's been like 300? 400? All time, I think it would be like 600. I can't remember exactly, but you donated quite a bit of times, Jesse. Quite a bit of times. Yes, I like that high graph. Hey, Quinn, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Can we please get some Jesse hype? Oh my, you cannot do this. You cannot set my guard low, Jesse, and then just do that to me. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me, man? Jesse is trying to be the MVP of the channel history. I mean, it's definitely not me. Definitely not me. Are you kidding me though? Are you kidding me? Can you please go to mine because I want to hear your thoughts before I go to bed? Hey Nathan, let me see if I can find it. Okay, hit this one right here. 3-way trade between Vegas and Ottawa. Vegas receives Jack Eichel and Eric Branson. Can we get some more Jesse hype? Ottawa receives Ryan Strome, Vegas's 2024 second. Buffalo receives Vegas's first and second. Logan Brown, Riley Smith, Ottawa's 2022 third, and Peyton Krebs. Oh, and Tyler the $2 added on to Jesse hype. Hey, supporting the cause, Tyler. Thank you so much, man. I mean, Tyler's always been a beauty on this channel. Always been a beauty. Thank you so much once again, man. And again, I mean, we just, all Rangers fans everywhere just need Jack Eichel. Like, it's just, we need it right now. We need it right now. Right now. Sean, we're making a mod at the next sub goal, which is 4 subscribers away. Allie, what's going on? Yes, it's been a long time. I'm sorry for not streaming these past couple weeks. Good to see you again. Good to see you again. We are back live tonight. Oh my goodness. But I gotta say this right now. I think for the goal nights, I mean, you get Eichel and Brandstrom. That's not bad. I like that a lot for them. Ottawa though, I'm not really sure. I mean, Ryan Strome would be interesting for them. And you know what? I don't hate this trade. I think Vegas definitely wins though. If I had to say anything, Nathan, I would say Vegas definitely wins that one. But honestly, like all 3 of those teams, like I mean, even Buffalo does pretty well in that. They get Peyton Krebs, they get a couple first-round picks as well. Not too bad there. Not too bad. By the way, the real Larry to Chicago, Evgeny Kuznetsov and a second-round pick in the draft of 2022 to Washington, Marc-Andre Fleury. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they do that, honestly. If they I mean, just to trade Marc-Andre Fleury, I don't see it. I don't see it. Gensel or Rust and Pierre-Olivier Joseph or Matthew Tkachuk. Sorry, was away. No problem, Victor. I mean, that could be interesting. I mean, Gensel is fantastic. It just depends on what the Flames are really going for, because if they want to go more offensive, then I think that could work for them a lot, and I think it would make them better now. Tkachuk brings in an element that the Flames don't really have, but honestly, that would be a really interesting trade. I think on paper, Calle wins that one, but could be interesting for both teams. Tkachuk on Pittsburgh will be crazy. I mean, you could just imagine how crazy the Metro is going to be next year with all these enforcers being added, with guys like Ryan Reeves coming on the Rangers. Just imagine the Penguins get Matthew Tkachuk. Oh my goodness. Black Thunder, by the way, says Matthias Ekholm and Mikael Granlund to the Boston Bruins. Jake DeBrusk, a 2022 first-round pick and a 2023 second-round pick, and Urho Vakanainen. Jack Stanika to the Nashville Predators. Interesting. I like this trade a lot for the Bruins. Actually, well, I like it a lot for the Predators. My bad. I mean, you get DeBrusk, a first-round pick, Urho Vakanainen, a 2023 second-round pick, and Jack Stanika. All things considered, that's a really good trade for them. But for Boston, I mean, Matthias Ekholm would be perfect. Mikael Granlund would be a solid second-line center option. It solves their 2 weaknesses. And even though they are giving up a big amount of futures, I mean, Boston is going for it these next couple of seasons. So I don't hate that. Let me know in the chat down below. Black Thunder's trade there. Boston or Nashville? Who wins that trade? Who wins that trade? Grab just sub should be on your should be your next mod. A-Ping, shout out to you. Thank you so much for subbing. We'll see. We'll see. McDavid of the Hawks for Taves and Fleury and 3 first rounders. Chicago get the Debris, Gats, Strome, and McDavid line. Not too bad. Not too bad. Oilers receive the line A. Columbus gets Nuge in a second with a 4th. I think it's an even trade, but will benefit both teams. Oilers more than CBJ. Jesse! How? This man 5 minutes ago was like, okay, guys, I'm sorry. This is it. This is all. This is the rest I'm gonna do. 5 minutes later, $100. Can we get some Jesse hype? Can we get some W's in the chat down below? We got 220 people in here. I need everybody in this chat to put a W for Jesse. Thank you so much for the 50. Sorry, Jacob, can't do the 500 like you want. We will work on it. Man, I don't like Jesse. Like, that doesn't matter to me. Thank you so much just being here, being awesome, and being part of the Grab Game. We love to have you, man. We love to have you. Oh my goodness, Jesse, I thought that was a limit. My guy, my guy. Oh my god, how do I even transition away from this beautiful beaut that Jesse is? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Right now, guys, we are 3 subscribers away from 46.9. 3 subscribers away. Jack Johnson, Eichel to Washington for a first-round pick. Connor McMichael, 2022 second-round pick. And Kuzi Vanamenchek. Interesting. Oh, we want a brick as well. The one that he was talking about in the donation. Mackle says, LA Kings acquire Evander Kane, second-round pick in 2023, second-round pick in 2024. San Jose acquires future considerations. 1-for-1 trade Jack Eichel for Mitch Marner. Probably not going to happen. Probably not going to happen. Evander Kane 50% retained at Detroit for Grandma's Cookies. Braxton says Rangers get Eichel, Sabres get Georgiev, Hedl, Jones, and a first. I mean, maybe. I think if you add one more on top of that, that's probably what the trade would end up looking like. To Ottawa, Buffalo's whole team. To Buffalo, nothing. I mean, it's on Buffalo's whole team is negative value, if we're being honest. Mo Morris says Sean Monahan a first in 2022, Valimaki and Zari for Jack Eichel, and a third in 2023. Yeah, I think you definitely have to put more on top of that. I mean, I think you have at least 2 firsts, on at least that first in 2022 and probably a first in 2023. I think if you're the Flames. 50K by the end of the month? We'll see, Patrick. We'll see. I mean, if there's another trade deadline that somehow comes up, then maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll get there. Knowing Arizona for taking terrible contracts, Evander Kane, 2022 first, 2023 second for Arizona for cap space. Yeah, Arizona does like to take on their bad contracts. Pierre Paquette, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the Grab Gang. Can we get some Pierre hype in the chat down below? Thank you so much, brother. One more to 48, or what is it? 46.9K? Actually, two more away. We're super close, guys. Subscribe if you are new. We got 250 in here. Thank you guys so much for chilling with us tonight. And again, we've gone through about almost half of the trade ideas so far. Lucas says to Ottawa, Max Domi 50% retained to Columbus 2022, Tampa second, Logan Brown and Josh Brown. I like that trade a lot for the Blue Jackets. Especially with Logan Brown probably having a change of scenery. I think that'd be a pretty good trade for them. Cameron says Jack Eichel. Buffalo gets Eric Brandstrom. Or Ottawa gets Jack Eichel. Buffalo gets Eric Brandstrom, Connor Brown, 2022 Ottawa's second round pick. And then 2023 Ottawa's first round pick. Yeah, I don't know. To me, it would probably be 2 first round picks from Ottawa, personally. Nate Wilson, what's going on? Grab the Isles, go on another run. Will everyone want to trade with me in the fantasy app? Probably. I've been loading up, though. I mean, you kind of saw. I was loading up on Bruins goalies. I had Olmark and Swayman. I have a lot of belief in those two. Sean says Edmonton gets Georgiev. Rangers get a first-round pick and sign Lundqvist in as free agents. If the Rangers get a first-round pick for Alexander Georgiev, Sean, I'm going to be so happy. So happy. So incredibly happy. To Florida, Phil Kessel. To Arizona, conditional 2022 first. If Florida misses the playoffs, it becomes a second. I like that trade a lot for the Yotes, personally. Jacob Voracek says Toronto, Domi. Columbus gets a third or fourth round pick in 2022. Honestly, that's kind of a lot more realistic in terms of the value for Domi right now. I mean, he could have been had for free if you're Seattle, and they didn't take him. So I think that kind of indicates what Domi's value would likely be at. But I think he'd be good on the lease for sure. Mr. Top Good Hockey to Philadelphia, Vlad Tarasenko. Oh, yeah, that one that he mentioned earlier. How to submit a trade? Tree Man, if you put a trade in the community post from a little bit a while ago. Hey, Tank Gaming, thank you so much for subbing, brother. Welcome to the Grab Gang. Good to have you. And welcome. Thank you so much. Big time shout out to you. All right, let's see. Have we hit it yet? And we did! Yes, sir, baby! Yes, sir! Let me see if I can show it on the camera. I don't know how. Oh, crap, it's inverted. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. But you get the gist. 46,901 subscribers. Can we get some sub-goal hype in the chat down below? And you know what? Let's get a mod poll going, shall we, guys? Let's get a mod poll going. It's been a while. Too long. Marcus says the Golden Knights, Eichel, the Buffalo Peyton Krabs, Danov, 2022 first, 2023 first, and a 2023 third. Yeah, it seems like the Golden Knights don't want to give up Peyton Krebs in a deal. Which I think if they give up Krebs, they're probably not going to give up any first round picks. It'll probably be like Krebs, Riley Smith, maybe Nick Hague, and that'd be probably it. Maybe like a third round pick on top of that. Andrea says Matthews to Arizona for 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025 first round picks and Clayton Keller. Honestly, that's a good trade for Arizona. I'm going to say that right now. It's a good trade for Arizona. Just for the pure fun. Just for the pure fun factor to have Matthews in Arizona away from the Leafs. 4 first-round picks, though, and Clayton Keller. That is interesting. Chase Haggerty, what's going on, Chase? Let me see. Rangers, Ryan Strome, Zach Jones, and 2 firsts for Jack Eichel. Yeah, I think you might have to, 2 first-round picks. I think that could be about what you're looking at. To Florida, Ken Holland at 3 first-round picks for Bill Zito. Mega overpay. Mega fleecing by Edmonton, honestly. Jason, Calgary receives Jack Eichel, no salary retained. Buffalo receives Monahan, Coronado, Yanni Kuznetsov, 2022 first and a 2023 second. Honestly, that's not too far. I think you probably, like, instead of having Kuznetsov, it would probably have to be like a Dylan Dubé or like a Connor Zary. But that's not too far, I think, from what you could see, Jason. Phil Kessel, 2 firsts, and Keller for Eichel. Probably not going to happen. I mean, maybe, actually, it is Arizona's firsts. I think Buffalo might take that, honestly. Sean says Eichel for Zibanejad, Lundqvist, and a second-round pick. Whew, please do not do that. Please do not do that, Rangers. Please. How you doing, my man? Doing pretty well, Anthony. Good to see you. Oh, here we go, Trevor. Here we go. Ducks get Eichel. Sabres get Perreault, Ricard Raquel, and Benoit Olivier Giroux. I think that's a great trade for the Ducks. Great trade. Honestly, steal if Jack Eichel's healthy. I think for the Ducks, you probably have to give up a first-round pick, I think, on top of that. George says Boston, Christian Dvorak, Arizona, DeBrusk in a second. Yeah, I think it would definitely have to be a lot more than that. I think if it's DeBrusk, it would probably have to be like a first-round pick in DeBrusk for Dvorak, which I think would be pretty much about the value you'd have for Dvorak. Your boy Mam says to Buffalo, Aaron Ekblad and Sam Bennett. To Florida, Jack Eichel, and second round of the 2022 NHL draft. Cap is about the same IMO, including the draft pick. I mean, for me personally, why would this, okay, this is obviously chill by Mam, but why would the Panthers want another center? They already have Barkov and Sam Reinhart. I mean, it would be the best 1, 2, 3 in the league, but still. Jesse coming to the 5. Oh my goodness. Good job. No, you the only person that's having a great job in this stream is you, Jesse. Thank you so much for the 5. Can we get some Jesse up in the chat down below? Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for the 5, my man. Thank you so much. Galactic Empire with the comment as well here. To Pittsburgh, Jack Eichel, the Buffalo, Evgeny Malkin, 2023 second round pick, and a 2022 fifth round pick. Probably not happening. Yeah, so we'll be making the mod poll in actually about right now. So let's get that started, shall we? Let's get that started. Let me see who's actually in this chat before I do anything. Before I do anything. All right. Who do we got here? Who do we got? Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. All right. There is some really, really awesome people here that are not mod yet. Oh my goodness. All right. Let me load. Actually, all right. Let me make this right now. Who will be the next mod? Who will be the next mod on the channel? All right, we have this person. We have ooh, man, there's so why is today the day that we have so many people that just, oh my goodness, I feel bad because there's like 3 people here that I might have to leave off. But again, we will be we'll have a lot more mod polls in the future. Do not worry. Do not worry. All right, how many? Okay, I can have 4 options. 4 options. Dang, man. Okay, this person, and also I feel so bad. I feel so bad because there's so many beauties here. I want to say, first things first, I want to say big shouts to Ali, Anthony, Palumbo. We also have Sean Winters in here, Salted Wings and As fan, Tristan McGuire, Luigi, LNH, Chase Haggerty, Obi-Wan a Brick. Really, really big buttes that aren't in this mod poll, but you guys know who you are. You guys know who you are. And just barely missed, but it is close. Thank you so much, Andrew, for subscribing. Big time shout out to you. But the mod poll is officially out. Officially out. So make sure you guys vote in that mod poll. Let me see. Actually, I'll put that mod poll for. Let's give it. You know what? Let's give it like 10 minutes. Let's give it some room to breathe. Shall we? So we have X-Bolt X, Mr. Fuzzy Wuzzy, hello there, and Mr. Top Kid Hockey as the 4 big candidates for mod. All 4 of these guys have been here for a long time, a very long time, especially Mr. Fuzzy Wuzzy, who's been here for a pretty long while. Thank you so, wait, Chance, just dropping by with a 2 Canadian. Thank you so much, man. Big time shout out again to a GOAT, to a legend. Thank you so much. Can we get some Chance hype in the chat down below? Absolutely appreciate it, man. All right, so right now, X-Bolt X with a strong lead, 46%. Make sure you guys vote in that mod poll if you haven't. Let's see. Skullwalker says to Boston, Ekholm to Nashville, Vakanainen, Zaboral, 2022, 2nd or 3rd. I'm going to say this right now. There's no way that it's lower than a 2nd. I think maybe even a 1st round pick in this trade. But if it's like a 1st round pick. Oh, man. Ben, 97 with the 5 or the 449. If Dallas was to trade for Eichel, what would you be happy with? What would you be happy to be sent in return for the Sabres? Okay. I'm going to assume, Ben, that Jack Eichel is healthy. I'm going to assume that he's healthy and all good to go. If he is, obviously I'd be really happy with trading the 1st round pick for this next year. Actually, you know what? Let's go through it, shall we? Because I think Dallas is a really interesting destination for Jack Eichel if push came to shove. Also, Braden, the 2 Canadian super already did not put me in the poll. Braden, you were one of the buttes I had to leave off. I can't. Why do I only get 4 options? YouTube needs to. I should get like 10 options, really. Like that would be the best case scenario. But I think YouTube sucks that way. Thank you so much for the tube rain. Thank you so much for the Tuesday night, Tristan. Thanks for the hard grab. We really appreciate you, Tristan. We appreciate you, man. Solid mock trade as well. Solid mock trade. I do believe these insane NHL mock trades. You do? You do? Well, too bad. I already believe them first. So you're late. You're late. You're late. Anyways, hi, Son. Everybody say hello to Salad in the chat down below. My boy. My boy. Okay, so I was asked what would I be comfortable. Ben asked would I be comfortable with Dallas trading for Eichel. Obviously, 2022 first. Do not care about it. Could not care less. But just a drop in the bucket. Goodbye. We don't care. We do not care. So 2022 first, obviously. I would honestly be okay with trading the 2023 first as well on top of that. Okay, so let's just build out this mock trade. I think you're gonna have to either give up one of Denis Gurianov or Rupe Hintz. I don't think they're gonna give up Jason Robertson. What I'd be comfortable with would be Gurianov, 2 first-round picks, Tomas Hertl. Oh my goodness, there you go. Oh my goodness, Rybo with a 10 Canadian. Rybo, what's your favorite mock trade today? Mad respect, grabbing. Let's go, Rybo. Thank you so much for the 10. My favorite one so far in these comments. What was it? Let me go back because there was a really good one. I thought a really good one. All these are solid, but there was a really good one I remember that was a little bit higher up here. Oh, it was this one. I really like this trade from Frederick where he proposed Minnesota getting Hertl, San Jose getting Matthew Boldy, second-round pick, conditional second-round pick. I think that's about fair value for both sides. That would be the one I would say so far has been my favorite Rybo, but there's been quite a bit of great ones, honestly. That would be my pick, though. That'd be my pick. Definitely a lot of good ones here, though, for sure. But yeah, I would have Gurianov, 2 first-round picks, Tomas Hertl. And if that's enough to get it done, then I'm making that day every single day of the week. I mean, I love Hertl. I love Gurianov, obviously, as you guys know. But if Jack Eichel is healthy, yeah, that's a no-brainer. And the Stars could really use that true number 1 center. I mean, Sagan is a question mark right now, to be honest. The real question, though, is how they make that cap work, which it wouldn't really work, to be honest, but I mean, maybe they take, maybe they take Esa Lindell. That could be also a part of it. Tyler's well the 2. Thanks, X-Bolt X, for lending me a kidney. Vote for Bolt. Yeah, I mean, the Bolt also saved my 2 puppies from a burning building, so I appreciate that too. Just, it's okay. It's something. Sod, my trade, 7 Ben Sherratt, Joel Armia for Jack Eichel, Rasmus Dahlin in a second. Honestly, terrible deal from Mark. Another L from Mark Bergevin. I can't believe this. Ratio plus and following the Montreal Canadiens. Cannot believe this. Cannot believe this. SMH my head. SMH my head. Guys, can we all boo Sod's trade mock trade? Can we get some else in the chat? Oh, we bully each other so much, and I love it. The Wall, thank you so much for the subscription, brother. Welcome to the Grav Gang. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, Sandra, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. By the way, we got 4 minutes to go in the mod poll, so make sure you do so. Make sure you vote if you haven't. Right now, 120 votes. Vote if you haven't, guys. Bolt right now with a 40% mark right now. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Juan Jose says to the Panthers, Justin Falk plus a 5th-round pick to the Blues, Denisenko and Nola Chari. Honestly, I think that's a little bit too much for the Panthers. I mean, Falk's contract is at a point where it's kind of at that point where it's as rough enough to where giving up a top prospect like that, I just don't know if it happens. I mean, maybe for Florida. I mean, they traded for Keith Yandel. Anything can happen. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, to me, they're almost getting another Keith Yandel. And although he'd be better, giving up Denisenko for that, I don't know. I think Juan Jose for that. I don't know if I don't think you have to give up that much for Justin Falk. Travis Dermott at a 3rd for Dylan Strome. That could be interesting. Though I doubt. I don't know. Maybe Strome gets that much. I think it'd probably be like Dermott in a 4th. Hardcore Hab says Drew Ann, a second and a fourth for Dvorak and a fifth. Nah, you're definitely... I don't know if the Yotes definitely don't want Drew Ann. I think if you're going to trade for Dvorak, it'll be a first-round pick. I'm sure people will boo me, but not say hi to me. This has to be racist. Yeah, I mean, it is. It is pretty much. It is pretty much. You know what? Can we also get some hellos in the chat? Some highs for Sod. Some highs. Salty Wings and Avs fan says Eichel for Krebs, Brisson, Smith, a 2022 first, 2020 second, and a 2023 first. If the Sabres can get that for Jack Eichel, that's that. Honestly, Salty Wings and Avs fan, if the Sabres could have gotten that, they would have said yes a long time ago. How many total first rounders is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, easy, easy. And if you combine Smith and second, I mean, pretty much that. Pretty much that. Does Reichel make Chicago's top 6 this season? I don't know if he'll be in the NHL this next year. I think it'll be a little bit of a project that way. Sens get Alex Chuck. Vegas gets 2022 first, 2022 second. Shane Pint. Wow. I mean, I like Alex Tuck a lot, but that is a lot for the Sens to give up, especially a first-round pick, which I don't see them giving, even though I think they will be solid next year. But a first and Shane Pinto and a second? I don't know. I don't know. Sens or Knights, though? Who do you guys think wins that trade? I think for the Knights. I mean, Alex Tuck is going to be missed, but that's a great deal, I think. Halo at everyone. Rangers cackle for Dvorak. No. We cannot trade. We cannot trade a star. We cannot trade a star like Cabo Cackle for a bust like Christian Dvorak. It's not going to happen. It cannot happen. It cannot happen. Thank you, Grab, my favorite YouTuber. Anyways. Shiri, what's going on? Hello? I'm kidding, son. I'm kidding. You're my favorite YouTuber. Sodomod student is my favorite YouTuber. Islanders receive Tarasenko in a 6. Blues get Comer of Wild in a 5th. That is a good deal for the Blues. Good deal for the Blues. They get rid of that contract and they get Bodie Wild. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, thank you so much, Cody Baker, for subscribing. Big time shout out to you, man. Big time shout out to you. Can we get some a little bit of a sprinkle of Cody hype in the chat down below? Greg, you should do a logo tier list. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. I've been thinking of doing like a jersey, like worst to best, where obviously we have the worst to best series, but I was thinking of doing like every home jersey worst to best, kind of that brand that way. I'm at least gonna do that this offseason. Maybe a logo ranking. We'll see. Jack Eichel to Anaheim for Comtois, Steele Perot in a 2022 first from Noah. McDavid to Seattle for ownership of Amazon's AWS branch. Oh, and the mod poll is closed. XBolt X is officially your next moderator. Absolutely beautiful. Can we get some XBolt X hype in the chat for the new mod on the channel? Thank you so much for being here these past couple. I mean, how long have you been here, XBolt X? Quite a bit, right? I mean, at least for the start of the playoffs, right? I know that. I know that. Thank you so much for being on this channel, being on these streams a ton, brother. And welcome to the mod squad. Can we get some Bolt hype, y'all? Some Bolt hype for a Bolts fan legend. For a Bolts legend, really. But thank you so much, Bolt. Thank you so much. Can we get some W's? Can we get some Bolt hype, y'all? For a legend. For a legend. There you go. There you go. And it's pretty decisive, too. Bolt was in the lead for a long time. A long time. All right, let me see. How not sure we into this. Okay. We're more than halfway here. Let's speed this up a little bit. Ottawa, Dylan Strome, Chicago gets Logan Brown, Tampa's 2022 second and a 2023 third. I like that a ton for the Blackhawks. I mean, Brown isn't even that much of a downgrade from Strome, and you get a second and a third. Not too bad. Elias Pettersson at Columbus for a 2022 second and a 2023 fourth. Adam, stop it. Stop it. Let me see. Let me go down to people I haven't gone through yet. Primal Park, Carl Alsner for McDavid, Ovechkin, Crosby, Hertl, Eichel, Tarasenko, Kuznetsov on 60 first-round picks from every team. Fair deal. I mean, giving away Carl Alsner is tough. Like, if we think about it, right? You need some merch, Graf? Allie, we have merch. We have merch. On, like, the channel-wise, we have a ton. Wait, no, wait. Wait just a second. Allie, do you not know of the Graf merch? The Graf merchandise? I am disappointed. Let me see if I can load it up. Is that actually, let me see if it actually shows up on the thing. I know it probably should. I tried to load up the link for the shirt, and it didn't even load. Let me see if I can actually just load it up here. Give me a second, y'all. Let me see, because I don't know if I guess the link's not working right now. That might be something. Tyler with a 2. My goodness, you beaut. But Tyler says X Bull X wins in a blowout win. Blowout more than 1%. Congrats, Tyler. Absolute GG's both sides. Thank you so much though for another 2. Absolutely beautiful. I would have bought him. I know. Okay. Hey, I appreciate that. Let me see if I can actually get logged in here. Oh, I think I am in. All right. Let me see if I can actually go to my thing here. Ah, here it is. I guess. That's weird. I guess the link must have changed. That's weird. But I'll you know what? I'll put the shirt link in the chat down below. This is for just the shirt itself, but you can go on the thing and then just see, because we have more than just that. We have long sleeves, we have a hoodie, we have Larry shirts, we have like face masks, we have like stickers and different shirts like that. So if you do want to order one of those, it's absolutely appreciated. A lot goes to my side as well, so it definitely helps the cause. But yeah, that link is now in the chat, I believe. It usually is on the bottom of these streams and videos. I guess it wasn't for me. But yeah, that's kind of how it is right there. Hey Ethan, what's going on? Good to see you. Long time no see. Ethan says though, what's your thoughts on Ovi being traded to Seattle in exchange for Ron Francis? Honestly, best deal of the century. To be real. Okay, let's go through some more of these. Price X NHL, Christian Dvorak, Coyotes, Paling, and Kotkaniemi. Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now. I feel like for the Habs, there's no reason to trade Kotkaniemi in a Dvorak deal. I mean, you could probably trade a first-round pick and like Cam Hillis or something. Like, you wouldn't have to trade that much besides a first-round pick, I don't think. And it's Montreal, so it's not like a confirmed playoff pick. I think for them, I mean, I don't really see why you'd trade Kotkaniemi. Especially since if you have Dvorak, you could have Suzuki, Dvorak, Kotkaniemi. That would be pretty much perfect, I think. Thoughts on the Coyotes' new Areno proposal in Tempe? Is that like a confirmed thing? I haven't really heard that much about it. It would make sense. I think it is one mod for every 200 people subscribe, but there's less than 1% who constantly chat. Do you have trouble keeping mods? Not really, Joe. Coyle, DeBrusk, and a third-round pick for Dvorak? I mean, that would not surprise me too much, though I don't think they'll be able to really want Coyle. To Buffalo, Jack Eichel. All right, let me see. C.A. Joseph says Detroit gets Dvorak, Arizona Ernie, a second, and Albert Johansson. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is a second from Detroit, so I guess, or I'd assume it's a second from Detroit, so it would be a pretty high up one, I would assume. That's interesting. I mean, it depends on how much they value Albert Johansson, really. I mean, I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be a guy, but I think there might be more on top of that might have to be dealt, perhaps. And Jay Quinn used to Vancouver Devils. 2022, 2023 first round picks. Definitely gonna have to take a lot more than that, I think. Sretagovich. Elijah Kotkaniemi to 2022 first for the Sens for Brady Tkachuk. Yeah, I think for the Sens, you'd have to give up a lot more. Oh my goodness, Sean the 7! Scars. What do you think of my Arizona trade? Sean, let me see. Let me see. Let me see if I can go to it real quick. Let me see if I can go to it, or if I can find it. Oh, okay. I think it was this one, right? I think it was this one. Thank you so much for the 7, though. Can we get some Sean up in the chat? But Sean says, fantasy trade as a Wings fan. Joe Veleno, 2022 Washington second. 2022 Detroit conditional 4th. 2023 second for Jacob Chychrun. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to say that right now. Sean is definitely a fantasy trade. Because for me, for the Yotes, I mean, it's kind of the same thing as like Matthew Tkachuk on the Flames, right? It's the player that they would least want to trade. And I think if you're trading for Chychrun, I will say this right now. If the Coyotes were offered Jack Eichel for Chychrun, I think they say no. So I'm just throwing that out there. I think they say no. I think they hold Chychrun in very, very high regard, which they should. He's a top 20 defenseman. But I think Chychrun on Detroit would be incredible. But Detroit would have to trade pretty much, like, they would have to trade Larkin, probably Verana, first round. Like, it would be a lot. So yeah, I mean, I would love Chychrun on the Red Wings, though. Do not get me wrong. Let me see. How about the Rangers trade Mika and more to Buffalo for Eichel, and then Montreal trades a package to Buffalo for Mika. Eichel and Dolly for Draisaitl and Koskin. Korpisalo, Edmonton, Koskin first and a second for CBJ. Yeah, I'm going to say this right now. I mean, even though you get rid of the Koskinen contract, a first for Korpisalo is kind of rough. But hey, it would be a Ken Holland trade, baby. It'd be a Ken Holland trade. Pierre-Luc Dubois, 4 firsts, and yo. Cade, you good, man? You good? 4 first-round picks. That would be 6 first-round picks total with Pierre-Luc Dubois and Heniola. Cade, you good, G? You good? Yeah. Can we get some F's in the chat for Cade? I don't think he was drinking enough water when he made that comment. Oh, for me, Sean, I think it's a lot about biases for Arizona. I mean, personally, for me, I think he's a top 20 defenseman, but it's one of those situations where I get if you don't have him that high, mostly because it's like it's hard to watch Arizona games. But man, if the Oats didn't have Chychrun, they might have been worse than the Buffalo Sabres this last year. Like, he carried them from head to toe, really. Man, I've liked Chychrun for a while, so that's another. I'm a little bit biased in that too. Tree Man, as a Sharks fan, I just hope they'll be able to hold on to Meyer and Merkley. Yeah, that would be very, very. I mean, Meyer will be a big one to hold on to. We'll see, though. I think he could be the first one to go. Let me see here real quick. Chase Shapiro says Tarasenko and Kuznetsov. Yeah, again, I just don't see where St. Louis would want Kuznetsov. They already have O'Reilly. They already have Shen. They're fine on top 6 centermen. Flames acquire Mitch Marner. Serrano acquires a first-round pick in 2022. Dude. I mean, I don't think many people love Mitch Marner right now in Toronto, but if the Leafs only got a first-round pick for them, yikes. Unless that's like first overall and you're getting Shane Wright, that's an L. Kuznetsov for Canadiens in 2022 lottery protected first. I don't know. Like, Kuznetsov is really interesting right now. If he gets back to like his 2019 level, then sure, that's worth it. That's a big if, man. He's been really bad these past couple of years and not really consistent whatsoever. I don't know. It would be an interesting trade though for the Habs. Let me know in the chat though. Caps or Habs? Who do you think wins that trade? For me, it would probably be Washington. San Jose says, or Billy says San Jose Strome and a 2022 second round pick. Chicago gets LeBanc and a first round pick. That is a huge win for the Blackhawks. Not only is LeBanc way better than Strome, the first round pick is better than a second round pick. Not too bad. Not too bad for them. Messier 11 says Steven Stamkos to the Rangers. Tampa gets Strome, Hertl, 2022 first and a 2023 third. Hertl, I feel like, is a year away from being a second-line center and will have a decent cap hit for 2 years. Tampa could flip Strome to shed his money, or keep him for another year. That is interesting. That is interesting. Now, my problem is Stamkos is probably not playing center. Like, he was playing wing throughout a lot of this season. I don't think he's your center solution, but he'd be fun on the Rangers. He'd be fun on the Rangers, that's for sure. Let me see. We need to get Eichel to LA, trying to get LA back in the playoffs. All right, let me see. Oh my goodness. NBA Escape with the one Canadian. Thank you so much, man. Can we get some NBA hype in the chat down below? Goat move right there. Goat move. Thank you so much, by the way, everybody, for coming in here today. Appreciate y'all. And again, we're almost done with the mock trades today. Let me see how much more we have. I think we have like about 15 more minutes-ish. By the way, what's going on, Hot Duck? What's going on, Hot Duck? I think we got about like 10 more minutes-ish for the mock trades here. Can we get some NBA hype, though, in the chat, y'all? Some NBA hype. Grab him back after 8 hours at the beach. Dang, Liam. That is a solid day right there. That is a solid day. Gotta go practice. See you, man. Have a good one. See you later, Patrick. We'll see you in the next one. Good. Always a better stream when you're here, man. Always a better stream when you're here. Zach Jones, Kratz on multiple picks for Eichel. I can see that, Robert. I can see that. How about this one? The Detroit Kaprizov to Minnesota Eichel to Buffalo Philippa 3-team. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Morgan Riley for Vince Dunn in a first-round pick. I would take that all day, every day if I was the Leafs. Not only does Riley have 1 year left and you're probably not re-signing him, you get a solid offensive D-man and a first-round pick on top of that. I like that a lot. And it's Seattle's first-round pick, which could be decent. Pens receive Eichel for Marcus Pettersson and Jason Zucker. Ryan says Eichel to Vegas for March Stolenner and 2 firsts. Yeah, I think there'd be a more prospect-based package on that, Ryan. OG Hub says KK, Farrell, and Norlander to Sabres for Eichel, 3rd and a 4th round pick. Yeah, you'd have to at least include a 1st round pick, I think, on top of that. But, I mean, that would be a decent haul for the Sabres for sure. Kraft says Sean Monahan to CBJ for a 3rd and Cliff Poo. I mean, I don't like Sean Monahan, but that's a pretty good trade for the Blue Jackets. I think you'd probably have to be... I think you'd probably have to include a 2nd and a good prospect, I think, for Monahan. That'd probably be what his price is at this point. LK Boy says Eichel for Evander Kane. Hunter says to LA, Skinner and Darlene. And to Buffalo, Cooper. Okay. Let's just chill out with these mock trades, okay? Let's just chill with these mock trades. Wait. Oh, X Bold X. We'll see you in the next one, brother. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for coming in here, man. Thank you so much for coming in here. Can we get some X Bold X hype, some goodbyes for the absolute GOAT? To Anaheim, Jack Eichel, Buffalo, John Gibson, 2022 first-round pick, and Sam Steele. I mean, John Gibson would be an interesting flip piece if you're the Sabres menu. Dvorak to Minnesota for Hunter Jones and a first-round pick. That's not bad, Alvin. Though I'm not sure. I mean, maybe the Coyotes go... I don't know if they'll go for a goalie prospect, but a prospect in the same line of Hunter Jones. Like maybe like a... I don't know, like a... Ooh, like a Damon Hunt, let's say. Like a Damon Hunt and a first-round pick. I mean, that'd be a pretty realistic trade for Dvorak at this point. Oh, an interesting one from Dude to Toronto. Dylan Strome, a 2023 first-round pick. Connor Murphy, Alex Nylander. To Chicago, Morgan Riley, and Alexander Kerfoot. There is a lot of layers to this trade. First things first, I'd much rather have Kerfoot than Strome. Second thing, you get Nylander with his brother. Third thing, I mean, technically looking at it, you probably, like, it's pretty much you're getting a 2023 first-round pick in Connor Murphy for Riley, and you're getting Strome and Alex Nylander for Alex Kerfoot. That's kind of how I see this trade. Which, considering it, isn't horrible. I like this trade a lot, though, for the Blackhawks. I mean, Murphy was good for the Blackhawks this last year. Very, very solid for them. That's an interesting trade. Honestly, let me know in the chat, Toronto or Chicago, who would win this trade? I mean, for me, I think it's more kind of a rebuilding move for the Leafs, but at the same time, I mean, Murphy could still be solid. Nylander will be with his brother. I mean, I would say probably Chicago still wins that trade, especially if they can re-sign Riley. But honestly, there's worse trades out there. There's worse trades out there. But it really depends what that first-round pick becomes, because I'm assuming that Chicago makes the playoffs. Tanner says, Kotkaniemi, Gulia, 2022 second, 2023 first for Eichel. I mean, you're kind of getting close, I think, Tanner. And plus it says the Islanders get Tarasenko, St. Louis gets Bellows a second and a third. Honestly, I heavily doubt the Blues are able to get anything close to that. Because we've heard recently that Tarasenko might have some more complications with his shoulder. Oh, Craig of the 5, who purposely tanks in 2023 so they can get a shot at drafting Connor Bedard. I want to see him and McJesus play together, and we'll trade Nuge to get it. Yeah, easily, Craig. I would say for 2023, guys, do not be surprised if the Washington Capitals end up with a top 2 pick in 2023. Do not be surprised. I mean, Buffalo's obviously up there. Arizona's obviously up there. But, man, I think Washington is a sleeper team to just tank. Just be horrible out of nowhere. Besides that, San Jose is kind of underrated to be terrible, especially if they go the way I think they should, which is the rebuilding route. Anaheim could still be that bad by that time, for sure. We'll see. There's quite a few options out there. Let me know in the chat down below. Which team you guys ultimately see getting first overall in 2023? And eventually getting Connor Bedard. But also, second overall, though, Mappy Michkov, not too bad either. Elias Pettersson for Cole Caulfield. Let me see. To Montreal, Christian Dvorak to in 2022 second. To Arizona, yeah, Nicholas was talking about that earlier. I'm trying to see trades that I haven't really seen before. To Carolina, Evander Kane, and San Jose, Tony DeAngelo. By the way, Andreas's comment that spawned the whole thumbnail for this stream. Elias Pettersson of the Rangers for Mika Zibanejad, Kravtsov, and a 2022 third-round pick. Let me know. Who wins this trade? Rangers or Canucks? Because you might be tempted to say the Rangers for sure. But think about it this way for the Canucks. If they're going to go for it, you get Zibanejad, you get Vitaly Kravtsov, and you get a third-round pick in 2022. Now, I think the Rangers still win that trade, for sure. But that is interesting. Stalin and land for Matthews, imagine. Whoa. Big one from Alex here. Super interesting one. 3-way trade. To Vegas, Jack Eichel, $5 million retained by Arizona. A 2022 7th-rounder from Arizona. To Buffalo, Riley Smith, Dylan Coghlan, Peyton Krebs, 2022 first-round pick, a conditional 2023 second-round pick, and conditional 2023 fourth-round pick. And to Arizona, Mikael Harkinainen, a second-round pick from Vegas, and a 2024 second-round pick. Alex says Vegas is not afraid to be aggressive and trade top prospects and picks to acquire big-name talent. Buffalo gets the haul they're looking for. Arizona gets more seconds for more cap relief for other teams. Yeah, I don't hate this. Condition is if it becomes a first, if Vegas wins the cup in either 2022 or 2023. So that is interesting. So there might be a first involved if Vegas wins the cup. Honestly, that's one of the better mock trades I've seen so far today by Alexander. That's really interesting. Now, I like this trade first and foremost for Arizona, who retains $5 million and they get 2 second-round picks. Why not? But for Vegas, obviously, it fixed their center, their top-end center issue. And even though they do, I mean, actually, Vegas does give up potentially 2 second-round picks. I think it's a little bit of an overpay for Vegas. But it's along the same type of route, right? But look at it this way. I think Vegas, it definitely solves some of their issues, but long-term is going to suck for them. They get rid of Smith, Krebs, potentially 2 first-round picks. But at the very least, they gave up Krebs, first-round pick, a second-round pick, a 4th-round pick, then 2 second-round picks. That's a lot, future-wise. I think it's a little bit of an overpay for Vegas, but besides that, I think it's pretty solid. Let me see. Voracek for Atkinson. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Let me see here. Toronto getting Eichel 50% retained, imagine. A re-signed Kaprizov, 2023 first and 2022 second for Draisaitl. Imagine that. Imagine that. Shot with a 279 Canadian to target a top 4 L or left-handed D. Who could fit that? Yeah. I'm trying to think about left-handed D. Thank you so much for the 279. Can we get some shot hype in the shots down below? Fidel, how do you submit these? This was in the, I'm looking at the comments in the community post that was posted this afternoon, I believe. But I don't know who's left-handed on my mind right now. But in terms of guys that could fit that role, I mean, Vince Dunn will be really good in Detroit, I think. Is he left-handed? Let me see. Let me see real quick. He is left-handed, so there you go. I think Dunn will be a really interesting addition by the Red Wings. West says Gregory, Tarasenko, Hepaniemi, Devara, Holmquist, and a 2023 second-round pick for Tarasenko, 50% retained, and Colton Parayko. St. Louis flips Hornquist 50% retained to Pittsburgh for Philip Hollander. Interesting. Adding Colton Parayko and having Tarasenko 50% retained, I like that deal a lot for the Panthers, honestly. I like the deal a lot for the Panthers. Let me just go through some of the ones I haven't really seen too much of. Like some of the players I haven't really seen too much of. Tavares for Tim Stützle. So the Habs, Jack Eichel. Sabres get Kotkaniemi, Primo, Mishek, 2022 second. Conditional second if Eichel plays a certain amount of games. Interesting. Martin to Buffalo for Eichel. Wait. Is that... Oh my goodness, that is it! That is... Wait a second, I need to refresh. Let's go for some of the recent ones, shall we? Let's go for some of the recent ones. But that was it for my last refresh. There you go. There you go. To Toronto, Robertson to Dallas, Kerfoot in a second. Gross. Do not, bruh. You are not getting Jason Robertson for third line center in a bad second. Not happening. Not happening. As always, Mike Smith gets traded to St. Louis for a third-round pick since St. Louis needs a solid backup for Binnington. Skinner becomes Edmonton's starter. Interesting. To Ottawa, you have Sperry Kotkaniemi to the Habs, Colin White, Logan Brown, and Vitaly Abramov. I mean, I think for Ottawa, you probably have to put a little bit more on that, Evan. Just a bit. Just a bit. Can you read? Oh, let me see. Let me see. Oh, we were talking about this one, Trevor Zegras? Anaheim Ducks receive Evgeny Kuznetsov. Capitals receive Adam Henrique, 50% retained. Josh Manson, 2 second-round picks and a 4th-round pick. I like that trade a ton for the Capitals. A ton. I mean, for me, you might get the better player right now in Josh Manson. Plus, you get Henrique 50% retained and 2 second-round picks. Not too bad, especially if Kuznetsov isn't really going to be fully healthy. That's an interesting one, though, for sure. Sam, what's going on, brother? What's going on? Skip mine. Wait, what? Oh, my goodness. Sorry about that, Richard. Oh, did I skip yours, Richard? Did you put one in here? I have to, let me see if I can go all the way back here. Sorry if I skipped yours, Richard. No problem. No problem. Reunite the brothers, bro. No, reunite them in Dallas. Reunite them in Dallas. I think you'd have, like, realistically for Jason Robertson, you'd have to give up like a 1st-round pick and a great like top tier prospect. I think. Without he was one of the best 5-on-5 players in the league this last year. Dave Stitcher, thank you so much for subscribing, Dave. Welcome to the Grav Gang. Welcome to the Grav Gang. Thank you so much. Oh, here it was. Minnesota, Brandstrom, Logan Brown, and for Ottawa, they get Kevin Fiala. That is a fantastic trade for the Sens, I think. Now, it really depends on how Minnesota uses Brandstrom, but I don't think they really use him that much. I mean, they already have a pretty locked-in top 4. I mean, one of the reasons why they got rid of Soucy in the first place was because they didn't really have a great top 4 spot for him. On paper, I think it could be okay, but in Ottawa, I think Fiala would definitely make that trade look good for them, for sure. Can you check one of mine, please? Let me see. Keller and Krause to lease for Robertson, 2nd, 6th, 5th, and 1st. I mean, Keller on the lease would be really fun. I must say that. That's an interesting trade, boss. That's an interesting trade. Your Twitter name is not, our Twitter username is not coming up when I search your YouTube name. CMH, if you're going on Twitter, just, it's at Nathan Gravity. It's Nathan plus the channel name. Yeah, Larry's still in here. Larry's just rapping in the chat right now. NJCW245. Yo, bro, what's going on, NJ? Grab, can you look at mine, please? Sure. VGK trades, Max Pacioretty, Alex Tuck, 1st round pick in 2022, 1st round pick in 2023, 2nd round pick for Jack Eichel. I mean, I think it's interesting. I don't know if they get rid of Max Pacioretty. That's my big thing. But a package surrounding Alex Tuck and 2 first-round picks could be something, I think. I may have made some mistakes drafting my fantasy team if you want to check it out post-stream on the ESPN one. Oh yeah, so we had an ESPN mock draft for this next season. For all the mods on the channel. Let me see if I can actually get on here real quick. Okay, I want to show you guys my my team here. So I got the Dallas Larrys on deck here. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I want to know what you guys think about my team right now. And I want you guys let me know on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you guys think about this team? So again, this was a 20-team league. This was all the mods or most of the mods on the channel going through it. So my first pick was Austin Matthews. I mean, it was 4th overall, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. It was between him and Kucherov, really, for me. Then I got Braden Point. When did I get Braden Point? I got him pretty early on. 37. I got Braden Point 37th overall. I still cannot believe that. But I got Braden Point 37th overall. I got Mark Scheifele, I think the pick after that, 44th overall, which I love. I absolutely love. He got 63 points last year. 63 points last year. Absolutely beautiful. And then I got Zach Hyman as well on the 4 group, 124th overall. I think he's going to do really well in Edmonton. And he's also going to get a lot of shots on goal, a lot of hits. I think that'll do quite well. Juan Jose with a 2. I will show your meme team. I will show your meme team. Scars. Thank you so much to the 2. Can we get some Juan Jose hype in the chat down below, y'all? Absolutely appreciate it, Juan Jose. We will. So I got Hyman. I got Teuvo Teravainen, 157th overall, which I think is going to be a good pick if he's healthy next year. I got Mike Hoffman, 197th in the 10th round. I think he's going to do pretty well in Montreal with all that power play time. James Van Riemsdyk was a super under the radar one for me. I got him in the 11th round, 204th overall. I got Jordan Eberle, who's going to get all the offensive opportunities in Seattle, by the way. I got him 12th. I got Jacob Voracek, who I think is going to do well in Columbus. I got Jared McCann. I got Calle Jarnkrok. I got Mason Appleton, a ton of Seattle Kraken. So let me know, in terms of the forward group, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you guys think about that forward group? So again, going back on it. So this is, again, my fantasy hockey team. I had Matthews, Point, Scheifele, Hyman, Teravainen, Hoffman, Van Riemsdyk, Eberle, Voracek, McCann, Jarnkrok, Appleton, and then onto the defense. Let me know what you guys think. I'm giving myself like a 7.5 because I think I could have done maybe a little bit better in those middle rounds, perhaps. But I have a lot of belief in guys like Zach Hyman to really come through. So that's my thought process on that. Now we can actually go to the defense. And again, this is fantasy hockey, so we're just going on, we're trying to go for points and hits and shots on goal, basically. Oh my goodness, what's going on, Shaggy? Good to see you. Good to see you again, man. Good to see you. All right, defense time here. So again, this is just we're fantasy hockey. It looks mostly at points and shots on goal. So I thought Tyson Barrie is going to be a really good fantasy team addition. I got him 77th overall. I thought that was a really good pick. He's going to be up there in points defensively. It's not good, but hey, he's going to be up there in points. I got Victor Hedman in the 5th round. 84th overall. 5th round, Victor Hedman. I love that pick. He was ranked like 120 on ESPN, which I still don't understand how, but he's 8th in terms of positional rank. I got him 84th overall. Thank you so much, Kit Fisto, for subscribing. Welcome to the Grav Gang. Victor Hedman in the 5th round. I got Neil Pionk, which again, we're just going with points and all that. Pionk's a really good one. Got him in the 9th round, 164th overall. I got Nick Leddy, who I think will be pretty good in Detroit. We'll get all the top line minutes, basically, and I think offensively could do quite well there. 14th round. I got Vince Dunn, who I think is going to have a pretty good year in Seattle. 18th round, Ryan Lindgren, who's just going to give me some solid hit numbers, maybe a few points here or there in the 21st round. And in terms of my extra forwards, I got Yanni Kakkonen, Dylan Dubé, Tyson Jost, Jake McCabe, Tyson Jost, Casey Middlestat. So let me know on the defense scale of 1 to 10. On the defense scale of 1 to 10, once again, we got Barrie, we got Victor Hedman, Pionk, Leddy, Dunn, Lindgren, and those are the main guys. I got also, of course, Jake McCabe, who I think could be decent in Chicago if he's healthy next year. Let me know on a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, what are you guys thinking? Because I'm thinking, like, in terms of fantasy hockey-wise, I think there's so much potential there with Hedman and Pionk and Barrie. It's going to score a lot of points, that's for sure. That is for sure. All right, Govich, I'll show yours and Juan Jose's team in a bit. Look at the trade I sent you. Interesting. Elias Lindholm, Hayden Fleury. Ooh, that is interesting. That is interesting, Cameron. That is interesting. Okay, then we go on to the goalies, which I had Linus Ullmark. I went both Bruins, Ullmark and Jeremy Swayman. That was what I was thinking. I think both of those guys are going to be really, really good next year. I don't know why Ullmark's positional rank is 25, but I think Ullmark could win the Vezina. Honestly, I think there's potential with that solid Bruins defense, and Swayman I think could get some good games in. So whenever the Bruins are playing, I got my guys. Andreas Govich told you to check Discord DMs right now. He's in another league and wants you to react to the team. Oh, I thought he was sending his team from the mod. Okay, then that makes it different. Let me do that then. What? Wait. Govich, right now in the chat, let me know how many players are in this league. Because there's no way in like a 20-player league you got this team. How many players did you get? How many players did you get, or how many players were in your league? 10. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Still, though, this is a solid roster. Let me show it on stream. Why not? Where is it? I want to let me show it. Let me, Actually, let me just, go in here. Then do this. Alright, this might work. Okay, so this is, Govich's team. Nathan McKinnon, Patrick Kane, Braden Point, Stone, Stützle, Robertson, Stamkos, Hughes, Caulfield. On D, Fox, McAvoy, Hughes, Hedman, Haskin, and Klingberg. Goal, Spencer Knight, Robin Leonard. And on the bench, Govich, Lafreniere, Govich's favorite player. Jacob Slavin, Jack Eichel, and Tyler Seguin. That is I mean, even for a 10-player league, that is really, really good. That is really, really good. Honestly, that's a fantastic team. That is a fantastic team. All right, so Juan Jose wanted me to look at his team real quick, so we'll do that. Where was he? Wait, which one was Juan Jose? Oh, it was this one. So the Goat's House Juan Jose, this is definitely a team. Donovan Huberdeau, Sidney Crosby, Ryan Lumberg, Brett Howden, Ilya Mikheyev, Brian Boyle, Louis Eriksson, Jeff Skinner, Alex Galchenyuk, Nikita Gusev, Valtteri Filppula, Cody Ceci, Mark Pysyk, Jake Gardner, Luke Shen, PK Subban, Gavin Bayreuther, Chris Tanev, Greg McKegg, Roman Polak, Jesse Puljujarvi, Brent Seabrook, Jack Johnson, and Hunter Miska, Martin Jones, and Aiden Hill. If that's not a 10 out of 10 team, I don't know what the heck is. I don't know what the heck is. I made some terrible mistakes drafting. Really? Were you on auto draft, Cameron? Andreas, please look at my team as well. Okay, we'll get to that after Cameron. Thank you so much. Can we get some Andreas hype in the chat, y'all? Some Andreas hype in the chat down below. So Cameron's rocking Marchand, Lindholm, Line, Fiala, Manji, Payne, Schwartz, Mantha, Donskoi, Kiefer Bellows, Spezza, Turcotte, Chikrin, Jones, Darlene, Ellis, Grizzlick, Newhook, Bunting, Valimaki, VC, Pedersen, Fleury, and then Demko, Hart, Ronta. I mean, I think it's okay. I think you could have some really good performances there. But you are making some big risks with guys like Patrick Laine and Elias Pettersson. I mean, when did you get Elias Pettersson? In the third round? I mean, that's not bad. I don't think that's too bad. And Carter Hart is going to be a big risk, but could pay off. I mean, could be decent. Could be decent. And then we'll go on to Andreas' team. Oh, crap. Which one? Oh, was it this one? Yes, this was Andreas' one. So he had he tried to go for as many ranges as possible. He went Capo, Kakko, and Alexi Lafreniere, getting the two together. He went Deneau, Hoglander, Goudreau, Reeves. Actually, was Kakko's first pick? Who was his first pick? Oh, it was Draisaitl. I don't know why it was so low, but he's got Kakko, Lafreniere, Deneau, Goudreau, Hoglander, Reeves, Dvorak, Caulfield, Wood, Draisaitl, Norris, Kachuk. Then on D, Aaron Ekblad, Trouba, Dumba, Chernak, McDonough. He's got a ton of bench spots, but he's got Lucas Raymond, Giuseppe, Emil Bemstrom, and then Shesterkin and Merzlikins. I mean, I like having Kakko and Lafreniere together, and also that goaltending is quite solid. It is. It's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, Eliminator, let's take a look at your team. Last team we'll take a look at. I think you did pretty well. You had a couple of picks that I was looking at. So you had McKinnon, Stone, Kachuk, Verana, Dubois, Robertson, Kapanen, Duclair, Greenway, Fogle, Hedel, Zabinajad, then Heiskanen, Klingberg, Zub, Carlo, then Mette, Ekholm, Pinto, Cousins, Fermenton, Renski, Boquist, then Leonard Blackwood. That's a solid team. That is a solid team, Eliminator. That is a really solid team, Eliminator. That is a really solid team. I like that. All right, fine. We'll look at your team, Golvich. We'll look at your team. It's got Shredder Golvich. That's all I need to know. Honestly, though, I think you get a decent draft, especially picks like Maurice Siderman could really be good. And Jack Eichel is a big risk, but could pay off. I think Golvich did a pretty good job in the draft, too. Though, I mean, I don't know why I'm checking all your guys' team, because nobody's going to beat me anyway. So, there's really no point. Really no point, honestly. And Craig, come to the 5 Canadian. Reach out to some agents and start interviewing some NHL players and coaches on the channel. Reach out to John Cherry as well. Make for epic content. Yeah, Don Cherry on the channel will definitely be interesting. That's for sure. Thank you so much for the 5, though, Craig. Absolutely appreciate it. Thank you so much for everything, man. Everything. I've been trying stuff like that as well. It is a process, but definitely something to keep in mind. Thank you so much. I go for Roman Polak, won by Big Mac. No way. No way the Stars take that. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Thank you so much, though, for the 5, Craig. Can we get some Craig hype in the chat down below to end off the stream? I do have to go, y'all. But thank you so much for coming in. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new. But it was great to have you. Thank you for everybody that donated today. It was unreal. And it's good to be back streaming. It's been quite a bit, but you know what? We're back and ready to go. I'm not sure how often I'll be streaming from now on. Probably be about once every week, I would have to assume. But it's been a ton of fun today. Thank you so much, y'all. Appreciate it a ton. And I'll say this, Sandra. I'll get to your team next stream. My schedule is going to be crammed after this. But Thank you guys so much for giving this stream a chance. Good to have you tonight, and thank you so much for coming here for the first stream since free agency. It was quite fantastic and so much fun. And thank you all for anybody that submitted some mod trades for us to look at. There were some really, really good ones, and that was great to see. Oh, and Craig, again, with a 5 Canadian-owned entertainment company. So if you need help getting in contact with them, I will help you out. Craig. Well, if you want to reach out to me on email, email somehow, some way, that would be interesting. I mean, if you want to get in contact with me, I'll be available for a lot of things. So let me know, Craig. Let me know. Thank you so much again. Join the Discord league. I only want to have 2 leagues. I want to have the mod league and then the member league. I don't want to have 3 leagues, or else I would just quit. It would just be too much for me. But thank you so much, everybody, for being in here. Let me give some final shout outs to the goats here. We got Andreas, Cameron, Craig, the Boss, Eliminator. Hiya there. We got Hockey Arcade, Hockey Dude, Jake Voracek. We got Juan Jose, Lachlan Hall, Liam Plays, Max Hooper, New York Ranger, Big Mac, or Big one. Sorry, one by Big Mac. Rich N, Sander Toksaki, Sherno Golovich, Tyler Duncan. We also got Brandon Plunkett. Thank you so much, y'all, for coming in. Have a fantastic night, everyone. And I'll see you tomorrow, probably for another video. See you in the next one, though. And officially, oh, well, I guess Chance with the $2 donation. Thank you so much, Chance. End this stream off with an absolute bang. My man. Thank you so much, y'all. Goodbye. Have a great night, y'all. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.